on the Rogue Streaming Network. This is Medford Rogues Baseball.
Full swing and a miss, the throw over to second base, and the tag is going to be in time. It's a double play. Strike him out, throw him out. That's hit well. Deep shot, deep right field. That ball is a definite no-doubter.
Rogues Baseball is on the air.
Base running wins games, in my opinion. My philosophy is to create chaos on the base paths.
Rogue Valley, are you ready? Let's send it out to the ballpark. Here is the voice of your Rogues, Brian Welch. It is a Chamber of Commerce Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. It's the final game of this 3-game set between the Lincoln Potters and the Medford Rogues. Hi everybody, my name is Brian Welch, the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. And welcome to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck Show. Does your pool or hot tub need repairs? Call Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Medford 20-7 overall in the season, 7-4 in Pacific Empire League action. Rogues secured the series last night with a dominating 14-3 victory against the Lincoln Potters, and the Rogues offense was the star of last night's game. 2 runs in the first on a 2-run single from Chris Ortiz, a 5-run second inning, and the Rogues sent 9 batters to the dish, a run in the third, 4 runs in the fourth inning, and then 2 runs across in the home half of inning number 8. Rogues offense looking really strong on the hill, and they're starting to click at the right time. And this month of July, you think about it, 3 weeks until the end of the regular season. Rogues head to California next week for that 5-game road trip, and the Rogues have to be pretty good this week. They have to go 4-1 to go through and be able to be in contention for the postseason play. And the Rogues have checked off 2 of the boxes this week with getting a victory on Tuesday night and a victory last night, looking to get the brooms out against the Lincoln Potters on this Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. Thursday at the ballpark. Happy hour prices throughout the whole entire evening. And speaking of being happy, how about the pitching staff last night? Forrest Zelmer got the start, 5 innings on the hill, struck out 3 Lincoln Potters batters, and he looked really strong on the hill. Preston Daniels, Tyler Wilson, Ethan Swenson, and as well as Hayden Kendrick got opportunities out of the bullpen. And the Rogues offense and defense starting to play well, and this is what you want to see in this part of the season. Medford trying to get themselves a postseason berth, trying to get their first postseason berth in their time in the Pacific Empire League. And this Rogue squad is playing some really good baseball on this month of July. Let's take a look at the opposition. It is the Lincoln Potters, 25-8 overall in the season, 8-7 in Pacific Empire League action, and they struggled last night with the pitching staff. You think about what Dylan Scott did, only 1 inning on the hill, was chased down after facing 3 batters in the second inning, a single off the bat of Anthony Thomas Jr. and a pair of walks. Actually coaxed by Travis Finney and Max Shabasteri. And that was it for Dylan Scott. Austin Chang got a couple of innings on the hill. Nate Criswell, Troy Olson, and Jacob Goring got opportunities out of the bullpen. This is the Lincoln squad offensively last night. Their most productive hitter was Ty McGraw, who went 2 for 4 at the dish. A double, actually my apologies, 2 for 3 at the dish. A double, a round tripper, his 3rd home run of 2026, and he drew a walk in the 8th inning, but he did strike out in his first time by in the first inning. It's Lincoln and Medford, final game of this 3-game set from Harry and David Field. Let's give you the starting pitchers for tonight's matchup between the Potters and the Rogues. Going for the Potters, it is Justin Santiago, who works with a 3-pitch mix, a fastball, sweeper, and the changeup. And countering for the Rogues, it is the man, the myth, the legend himself, the Corcoran, California native, Herman Luna. He works with a fastball, slider, cutter, and the changeup. Has that 4-pitch arsenal in his bag of tricks for tonight's game. Take a look. So it's Luna for the Rogues and Santiago for the Potters. Quickly take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. And, of course, the standings. That's brought to you by our good friends at Kramer Cabinets. Healdsburg's topped the league with a record of 12-3. Humboldt is in second place. They're 11-5. The Crabs come to the Rogue Valley tomorrow for the first of a 2-game set. Medford 7-4, Lincoln 8-7, West Coast Kings 8-9, and the Solano Mudcats 7-11, and the Marysville Giants 1-15. Other game going on in the Pacific Empire League with the out-of-town scoreboard. Humboldt is leading 1-0 against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. That's in the top half of inning number 1. That's the other game going on. The other only game going on in the Pacific Empire League. Once again, welcome to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. I was able to sit down with our Rogues player spotlight, Preston Daniels, plus we go one-on-one with head coach Kevin Olmstead. Those two conversations are coming up right after the break. Beautiful Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. Glacier blue skies overhead. Can the Rogues get the sweep? Can they get the brooms out on this Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley? Lincoln and Medford, a final game of this 3-game set coming up right after this. Keep it locked in on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Welcome back to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. It's time to get rowdy. This is our Rogues Player Spotlight, and our guest today is a second-year Rogue, Preston Daniels. Preston, how are you?
Doing great today. How are you?
I'm doing well, my friend. Preston, second year in the Rogue Valley. You've been here for the last 4 or 5 weeks. What has it been like being back here in the Rogue Valley?
Man, it's hot, very hot. And we had, my first week was, 100 plus degrees, kind of cooled down a little bit. But, being back in the Rogue Valley is very awesome. No homework. It's amazing. Just got to worry about baseball and, do my thing. So, yeah, it's been a great time. Especially with Chance Flores. He came in about halfway through the summer, and he's been a great friend with me back at home.
You just wrapped up your first year at Lynn Benton Community College. We'll talk about Chance in a little bit, but what did you learn about yourself in your first year in the NWAC?
I learned that coaches, all they want is for you to throw strikes, and they don't want any attitude on the mound, and I learned that during the fall. I mean, I had an electric fall, I had a really good fall. I was the first guy out of our first season game. I struggled in that, and then I realized that all they do is just want strikes. That's pretty much the main thing that they want. But they just want you to be a team player and a good guy, and that's pretty much it.
I mean, last year you did not have anybody that you knew from Lynn Benton, but you have Chance Flores. You talked about him a little bit. What's it like having that support system here with your college teammate?
Man, having a friend, a guy that I've known for, a year or so. I know it's not a long time, but, coming into, having a guy that and that, how they play, and, man, it's awesome. And he's a great dude always. There's not one moment where I've seen him mad. He's such a calm guy. He's just a great dude.
And what did you learn about yourself last year in your first season in a Rogues uniform?
Myself last year, I was just fresh out of high school. I was just getting into college ball, and I just tried to come in and strike everybody out, and that was not the case. And I learned that real quick, that, like I said earlier about LB, is just throw strikes. Let the guys hit the ball. We got 8 guys behind you that are out there striving for you, so, it's not just you. But, yeah.
And this year you've had some pretty exciting moments. It's been the Preston Daniels pickoff move that has been the talking point so far this season on the Rogue Streaming Network. I know that head coach Kevin Olmstead talked about it with you guys, all the pitchers and the staff, about who has the best pickoff move, and you raised your hand, and you were able to show off that in that Fresno A's series. Is that just come natural, or you've been working on that pickoff move?
You know, at LB, every single day we have early work from 12 to 1. Practice starts at 2, and every day we do the same thing. We work on pickoff moves, and I just feel I have quick feet. I'm not very fast at all, but I'm just quick off the mound, and I've always just had quick pickoff move, and I trust in it, and, it works, obviously, but I haven't had one in a while, but, just got to allow those guys on, and we'll pick them off, yeah.
And with this being your second year in the Rogue Valley, you've done a lot of fishing. You caught a bass, I heard?
I didn't catch one here in Medford, but I went fishing with a couple of my LB buddies back in Albany, and caught my first bass. And I think it was like a 3-pound bass. It's pretty nice, actually. Yeah.
So we're not golfing?
Not a big golfer, but I do like to go out and hit the ball as far as I can. That's a fun thing to do, though. Sure.
And we've talked about it a little bit ago about the coaches at LB wanting you to throw strikes. Is that one of the things you want to work on when you go back to Lynn Benton in the fall?
Yeah, one thing I kind of want to be able to just place the ball wherever I want on the plate. Like if I want to throw an outside fastball here to a lefty, or I want to be able to hit my spots and how I want them for fastball, curveball, and then eventually work in a changeup, hopefully by season. But, mainly just throw strikes. That's what all PD wants at LB, and, yeah, it's my big thing.
So as before the game, you're going to the gas station. What's that one thing you're getting at the gas station, Preston?
I think I'm going to go with the blackout body armor, and I always got to get the original Chex Mix and trolley eggs. They're amazing. Got to have a little bit of sweetness in there with it. Yeah,
that's pretty good. You want to give a shout to anybody?
Shout out my mom, Erin, and shout out my dad, Steven, for allowing me to be out here with the Rogues, and my grandparents as well. Shout out everybody in Dalnort County that is listening, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's good to hear, my friend. Preston, thank you so much for hopping on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Good luck out there this week, and have a great rest of the summer, all right?
Thank you.
That is our Rogues Player Spotlight. Preston Daniels joining us on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. When we come right back after this, we go one-on-one with head coach Kevin Olmstead. Final game of this 3-game set between Lincoln and Medford. Keep it locked in on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. We are getting closer to first pitch between Lincoln and Medford. Final game of this 3-game set. It's time to go one-on-one with the coach, Kevin Olmstead. Coach, how are you? Happy Thursday.
Brian, what's going on? Happy Thursday. I'm doing great.
That's good to hear, Coach. Coach, great win yesterday, securing the series against the Lincoln Potters, 14-3 victory against Lincoln. Everything was on rails last night.
Yeah, that was a fun game to watch and be a part of. Everything seemed together. Hitters, they did a fantastic job of scoring runners or when we got runners in scoring position. Pitching did fantastic. They minimized damage super well. Zelmer had a fantastic quality start for us, which we really needed to save our bullpen a little bit. Defense made the routine plays. So all around, really, really good game.
Offense found its way throughout the whole entire evening. But let's talk about Forrest Zelmer. Forrest has had that up and down summer, but it feels like the last couple of outings, he's been able to find his own identity and be able to throw strikes and be able to have a dominance on the mound.
Yeah, Zelmer's been really good this summer. Lots of learning lessons from him. He was a redshirt freshman at Northridge. He's a very talented pitcher, and so he needed that in-game experience at this college level. And so with that, we knew that he was going to have his ups and downs, but he seems to be maturing every single outing. He's learning a lot from his mistakes, and he takes those learning lessons and he applies it to the next game. And so I've been super pleased with how he's been pitching this summer.
Offense scoring 14 runs in yesterday's affair, scoring 6 runs in game 1, a total of 20 runs so far in 2 games. And what's that message to your guys about being able to have that same fierceness in the series finale offensively?
Yeah, don't change a thing. Keep doing what you're doing, and don't be complacent. This Lincoln Potters team is a very talented group. They're going to come out here trying to dominate us. And so the message to the entire team today, no complacency. We're acting like this is the game one of the series. We need to grind this one out.
And this is the dog days of summer, and you talk about fatigue, and hey, you think about it, hey, 3 more weeks. I mean, after this week, you have 2 more weeks of the regular season. If there's postseason around the corner, we shall see for this squad. But what's that message to the guys about being able to keep it going, especially with all the fatigue?
The dog days of summer. Yeah, it's fatigue is a real thing. That's why it's so important for these players and our staff, like everybody around, that we're eating healthy, we're working out, we're doing our thing, and we're just keeping hydrated. These are hot days, and so we need to make sure that we are fueling our body as necessary. With that too, these guys, we tell them at the beginning of summer, this is what it's like if you have pro aspirations. This is a talented group. There are going to be guys that play professional baseball on this team, in my opinion. And so with that, they're getting a taste of what it does take every single day to be a professional athlete. It's games every single day with a very few days off in between. And so they have to embrace this. They have to love this grind. And most importantly, appreciate the time they have doing this, because it's not every day they get the opportunity to play for the Medford Rogues.
Kian Sanchez has been swinging a pretty hot stick so far as of late in the last 4 games. He went deep last night for the first time in 2026. It just feels like Kian Sanchez is that glue that keeps that whole entire lineup together. Yeah,
Kian is an incredibly talented hitter. He from day one, he's just been dominating, and so super stoked for him. I'm super stoked to see what he has for the rest of the summer. Again, extremely talented kid, but he, with that taste of that first home run that he hit last night, he can't change anything, right? He needs to live opposite side of the field, and then once he gets that inside pitch, then he unloads on that pitch to pull that ball over the fence.
Herman Luna gets the start tonight. Herman Luna has been the definition of dominance on the hill. He's had his moments, but he's had a good presence on the hill. What do you want to see from him tonight?
Yeah, just that, just, again, continue with dominance, have that grittiness to him, have that compete mode to him. He does a really good job with throwing a lot of strikes, and so with that, just competing in the strike zone is going to be the keys to victory for him. And
you talked about keys to victory. Besides the pitching, what else you want to see from the squad for keys to victory?
Yeah, them just coming together. Again, oftentimes after you win a big game the day before, it's very common and easy for the guys to be a little lackadaisical and just to expect to win. And so the message today is you can't expect anything in this game. You have to just go out there and continue your process and be the best version of yourself that you can be, and just compete your butt off every single pitch.
Coach, always a pleasure, my friend. Good luck out there, and we'll see you after the game.
Go Rogues!
That's head coach Kevin Olmstead joining us on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. When we come right back after this, lineups and first pitch. Final game of this 3-game set. Can the Rogues sweep the Potters? More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. It is a picture-perfect Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. Final game of this 3-game set between the Lincoln Potters and the Medford Rogues. Hi, everybody. Once again, my name is Brian Welch of the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. And, hey, got to play ball, kids. Right there, play ball. We're about ready for this one. It's Medford trying to get the brooms out against the Lincoln Potters. Let's give you that starting lineup for the Lincoln Potters, led by head coach Eli Garcia. Lincoln Potters 25-8 overall in the season, 8-7 in Pacific Empire League action. Batting lead off is the second baseman Ayden Deome. In the 2 spot is the right fielder Jody Lopez. He got the start on the hill in Game 1 on Tuesday evening. The first baseman Ty McGraw is the 3-hitter. Shane Miller is the cleanup man. He's the shortstop tonight. Ayden Deome is the third baseman. He's in the 5-hole. Kyle Pedersen, is catching for the Potters tonight. Left fielder is Brady Dobson. He's in the 7-hole. Mason Belding is in DH. He caught a little bit earlier in the series. And Chris Fisher is the DH, is the center fielder, and he is batting 9th. So it's Gazan, Lopez, McGraw, Miller, Deome, Pedersen, Dobson, Belding, and Fisher. Starting pitcher for your Medford Rogues, it is Herman Luna. He's getting his warm-up tosses in, the young man from the Central Valley, San Joaquin Valley. And it is Herman Luna this season gets his 7th start of 2026, 1 complete game, 35 1/3 innings pitched, ERA at 2.29, 4 wins, 1 loss, 15 strikeouts, 4 walks for him. And he gets ready to face a pretty hungry Lincoln squad trying to sneak out of the Rogue Valley with a win. And he's about ready to face Ian Gazan. Pull up your favorite chair. Medford Rogues baseball is on the air. Beautiful Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. Glacier blue skies overhead. Not a cloud in sight. It's 325 down the lines in left and right field. Straight away is 400. And the power alleys is 407. First offering from Herman Luna. Ground ball to left side. Scooped up by Logan Macy, the third baseman, to throw to first base in time for out number 1. And we get that underway right on the dot at 6:35 p.m. 1 pitch, 1 out to begin the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. Let's give you the defense is backing up the starter, Herman Luna, around the horn from third to first. It's Macy, Neugebauer, Berman, and Rosenthal. In the outfield from left to right, it's Olson, Saito, and Alley. Chris Ortiz doing the catching. Bases empty, 1 out. Just get underway in the top of the first. Here's Jody Lopez, I should say. First pitch finds the outside corner, strike 1. Jody Lopez at the dish, behind, no balls and a strike. Fouls off the fastball to the third base side. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Lopez this season a .473 hitter. 7 doubles, 1 triple. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Lopez has been in the whole entire lineup. He was in the top of the order guy yesterday. Flip-flop between Gazan and Lopez in the top 2 spots. 0-2 pitch, misses up and out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lopez had some success in yesterday's game besides Ty McGraw. Scoring an RBI double in the 7th, singled in the 3rd. Still behind 1-2. Fastball fouled off. Third base side goes out of play. We'll do it again. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Evan Saito a couple of steps into right center. 1-2 again from Herman Luna. Fastball fouled off. To the left side will do it again. One ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. 1-2, misses outside. Count goes square. Calling the balls and strikes tonight is Andrew Bergstrom. At first base is Lance Kreck, and at third base is Andrew Humboldt. Count is square at 2. Fastball fouls it off on the foot as Jody Lopez will do it again. So a good battle to begin the top half of inning number 1. Bases empty. Final game of this 3-game set. We talked about a little bit in the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. The Rogues have to go 4-1 this week. Keep their postseason hopes alive. Wind is blowing into the ballpark. 2-2. Ground ball to the right side. That's into right center. Base hit. Jody Lopez beats the shift, and he gets aboard of a 1-out single. It was Daniel Berman a couple of steps into the shallow right center on the lip. Puts a 1-out base runner on, 1 out. Here's the first baseman, Ty McGraw. Guy who homered yesterday, his 3rd-round tripper of 2026 out of Troy University, out of the Sun Belt. Digs in for his first trip of the evening. Rogues middle infield definitely thinking of turning 2. Jan Neugebauer and Daniel Berman definitely scheming about that. No score between Lincoln and Medford. First offering. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. We talked about Ty McGraw a little bit in the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Homered in the 6th, doubled in the 4th. 1 ball, no strikes. Right against left, throws it over to first base. Chases back. Jody Lopez back to the bag of a head-first slide. Still 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0, ground ball to the left side, backhand by Ayden Deome, throws over second for one, the throw to first base, and the throw is dug out in time by Jackson Rosenthal. 6-4-3 twin killing to get out of the inning, and the Rogues get out of the jam. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. That's how you begin the top half of inning number 1 for the Rogues defensively. We go to the home first right after this. Lincoln nothing, Medford coming up on a beautiful Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. Keep it here on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our Hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
No score between Lincoln and Medford. We head to the home half of inning number 1. Rogues up to the dish for the first time this evening. Brian Witch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Let's give you that starting lineup for the Rogues, led by head coach Kevin Olmstead. Medford 20-7 overall in the season, 7-4 in Pacific Empire League action. Batting lead off is the second baseman Daniel Berman, and the 2 spot is the third baseman Logan Macy, and the 3 hole is the DH man Kian Sanchez. Kian's mom is in attendance tonight at Harry and David Field. Cleanup man is Kian's college teammate Chris Ortiz. He's doing the catching tonight. Jackson Rosenthal is at first base. He's from Ashland. He's in the 5 spot. Ayden Deome is the shortstop. He's the 6-hole hitter. Evan Saito is in center field. He's the 7 hitter. Johnny Alley is patrolling right field. He's batting 8th. And Quinton Olson rounds out the starting lineup. He is in left field. So it's Berman, Macy, Sanchez, Ortiz, Rosenthal, Neugebauer, Saito, Alley, and Olson to face Justin Santiago, who works with a 3-pitch mix. Fastball, sweeper, and the changeup. One of the guys in that rotation that has been fun to watch for the Lincoln Potters throughout the whole entire 2026 season. We'll talk about Justin Santiago after this first pitch to Daniel Berman. First pitch, fastball, finds the top third, strike 1. Daniel Berman this season for the Rogues, a .354 hitter. 1 double, no triples yet. Infield is playing deep for the Potters. Outfield playing deep and straight away. No balls and a strike. Fastball, finds the top third once more. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Daniel Berman is back in the top of the order for the first time since the West Coast Kings series, all the way back in late June. 0-2, slider misses down and out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Justin Santiago sets up on that third base side of the rubber. And the 1-2. Hits that in the air, left center field, tracking it down as the center fielder Fisher. Fisher goes to his right, and he secures it for out number 1. Daniel Berman flies out the center field for the first out of the inning. Base is empty, 1 out. We are on the home first, scoreless between Lincoln and Medford. Here's the third baseman, Logan Macy. Through that starting defense is backing up the starter, Justin Santiago for the Potters. Around the horn from third to first, it's Deome, Miller, Gazan, and McGraw. In the outfield from left to right, it's Dobson, Fisher, and Lopez. Pedersen is catching for Lincoln tonight. First pitch to Logan Macy, fouls it off, goes to the right side. Strike 1, and he broke the bat.
Everybody clap your hands.
That was a distinctive crack off the bat from Logan Macy. Gets the bat from his teammate Kian Sanchez, and he goes to work behind. No balls and 1 strike. Sets up on that third base side of Santiago. The strike 1 pitch. Fastball elevated. 1 ball, 1 strike. Logan Macy this season, a .333 hitter. 1 double so far. No triples and no home runs yet. A ball and a strike. Fastball, tattoos at foul, right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Glacier blue skies overhead, not a cloud in sight. Typical July weather in the Rogue Valley. It's been a beautiful couple of weeks. Not as hot as it's usually been in the Rogue Valley in past years. Macy behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Santiago waits in the pitch. 1-2, ground ball to the left side, picked up by Miller, the shortstop, the throw to first base, and the throw's on the money for out number 2. 6-3 on the ground out for the second out of the inning. 2 up and 2 down in the home. First base is empty. No score between Lincoln and Medford. Here's Kian Sanchez, DH man tonight for the Rogues. You heard a little bit from Mount Kian Sanchez of our one-on-one conversation of head coach Kevin Olmstead. Kian Sanchez has been swinging a pretty good stick so far in the last 4 games. His first trip of the evening facing Justin Santiago. First pitch slider misses low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch from Santiago. Fastball. Finds the outside corner, ball slipped out of the mid of Pedersen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chris Ortiz waits on deck for the Rogues. Infield is playing deep for the Potters. Outfield playing deep and straight away for Lincoln. Ball and a strike upcoming. The pitch. Fastball misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kian Sanchez this season a .457 hitter. 4 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run. Home run last night, his first of 2026. Put a cherry on top of the ice cream sundae last night. 2-1, leans to a ground. That's going to be into the right field for a base hit. Rounding first, speeding towards second is Kian Sanchez. And Kian Sanchez drops the anchor at second base. It's a 2-out double off the bat at Kian Sanchez. He got a piece of it, and it went to right field. He gets a double. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the home first. No score between Lincoln and Medford. Here's the cleanup man. Chris Ortiz doing the catching tonight for the Rogues. Medford offensively trying to go toe for toe with the Potters in this final game of this 3-game set. So Chris Ortiz gets his first crack at Justin Santiago. Kian Sanchez only at second base, medium-sized lead. Santiago glances at Kian Sanchez. First pitch. Chris Ortiz misses down and out. 1 ball, no strikes. Chris Ortiz this season a .329 hitter. 3 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run. 16 runs batted in so far in 2026. 1 ball, no strikes. Santiago glances at second base. The pitch. Finds the top third. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. Santiago sets, and the pitch. 1-1, chops it to the third base side. It goes foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chris Ortiz got out of the batter's box, climbs back in once again. Sets up on that third base side is Justin Santiago. 1 ball, 2 strikes, a pitch. Sweeper misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kian Sanchez at second base. And the 2-2. Fastball misses outside, ball 3. Santiago walked off the hill thinking that was strike 3, but home umpire Andrew Bergstrom says the count is full, and the count is full. Chris Ortiz trying to extend the inning. Chris Ortiz leads the team in RBIs with 16. 3-2. Chopper to the right side, and that's into right center. Base hit, rounding third, racing towards home is Kian Sanchez. The play at the plate, the slide, and he's safe. RBI single for Chris Ortiz, and the Rogues lead early 1-0 against Lincoln. RBI number 17 of the season for Chris Ortiz, and the Rogues offense starting to find their move. They're finding their ways early in this series finale. So 1 on, 2 outs, 1-0 lead for the Rogues. Here's the Ashland native Jackson Rosenthal working at first base tonight. First offering. Fastball, elevated. 1 ball, no strikes. Jackson this season a .397 hitter. 3 doubles, 1 home run, 12 runs batted in so far. 1-0, chopper to the right side, picked up by McGraw, the first baseman, and he speeds to the pillow and he steps on the square in time for out number 3. And the inning is over. 1 run comes across on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. Chris Ortiz left on at first base, but the Rogues crack into the run column first on this Thursday evening. After 1, it's Medford leading 1-0 against Lincoln. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. After 1 inning of play from Harry and David Field, Medford leading 1-0 against Lincoln on this final game of this 3-game set in the Rogue Valley. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. We head to the road second on this beautiful Thursday evening in Medford. Rogues playing a run on an RBI single from Chris Ortiz, driving in his college teammate Kian Sanchez. In the home half of inning number 1, 1-2-3 went the Potters on a 6-4-3 twin killing. And Herman Luna gets his second inning on the hill, faces 4, 5, and 6 in the Potters order. Shane Miller leads off the inning, followed by Ayden Deome and Kyle Pedersen. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues on this Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. Herman Luna sets up on that third base side of the rubber and delivers the first pitch. First pitch, fastball, misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Shane Miller, the batter, the shortstop tonight. Miller has been in the lineup throughout the whole entire. Shane Miller was in yesterday's lineup in the game. Hits that in the air, towering down the right field line. That is going to drop down for a hit. Rounding first, digging for 2 is Shane Miller. And Shane Miller drops the anchor at second base. It's a lead-off double for the Lincoln Potters. Potters not wasting any time on that hit. Lead-off double for the Lincoln Potters. Shane Miller aboard with a lead-off double. 1 on, nobody out. We are on the road second. 1-0 lead for the Rogues. Here's Ayden Deome, the third baseman for the Lincoln Potters. Quick conversation between Chris Ortiz and Herman Luna. So Ayden Deome in the 5 spot for the Lincoln Potters. Gets into the batter's box for his first trip of the evening. Glances at second base is Herman Luna, and the pitch. Breaking ball finds the outside corner, strike one. Sets up on that first base side is Luna, and the strike one pitch. Breaking ball again misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ayden Deome got an at bat yesterday in the 9th inning. Popped out to the pitcher, Hayden Kendrick. Deome was the cleanup hitter in Tuesday night's game. 1-1. Slider misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Crowd is filing in on this Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. Luna sets up on that first base side. Gets set. Runner at second base. That's Shane Miller. Glances back is Herman. The pitch. 2-1. Fouled off left side. And the count goes square. Herman sets up on that first base side of the rubber. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 2-2 hits down the air, down the right field line, and it goes foul into the bullpen of the Potters. We'll do it again. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2-2, line drive, right field. That drops down for a hit. Rounding third, racing towards home is Shane Miller. And the play at the plate, a throw not going to be attempted. It's an RBI double off the bat of Ayden Deome. Back-to-back doubles for the Lincoln Potters, and we're all tied up at 1.
Now batting the catcher, number 10, Kyle Pedersen.
So a double off the bat of Shane Miller, an RBI double off the bat of Ayden Deome. Makes it a 1-1 game in the top half of inning number 2. So runner at second base, nobody out. We are in the top of 2. 1-1 game between Lincoln and Medford. Here's the catcher, Kyle Pedersen. Rogues still seeking that first out of the inning. Scores for a bunt, spins around, pulls it back, and it's inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Pedersen, 6'10", 190. Catcher from Roseville, just south of the Lincoln area. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. 1-0, misses inside at 2 balls, no strikes. Herman Luna facing a little bit of adversity. How can he get over the hump in this inning? Two balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 2-0, ground ball to the left side, gobbled up by Jay Neugebauer, the shortstop, the throw to first base, and the throw's on the money for out number 1. Pedersen grounds out, 6-3 on the ground out. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the road second. Lincoln 1, Medford 1. Here's the left footer Brady Dobson for the Potters. Final game of this 3-game set. Lincoln trying to avoid the sweep. Medford trying to get the brooms out a lot on the line this evening. And Brady Dobson climbs in. The go-ahead run only 180 feet away from scoring. You can definitely move the runner over with less than 2 outs if you're Brady Dobson. First offering from Herman Luna. First pitch, fastball outside, 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Ground ball, comebacker right to Herman Luna, throws it over to third base. Now caught in a run down is Deome. Deome being chased, and the tag, the throw over to second base, and the tag is in time. Daniel Berman applying the tag. Deome caught in a run down, got back to second base, but he's tagged out at second. So that's the second out of the inning. So Brady Dobson reaches on a fielder's choice. And you like the defensive strategy there by the Rogues. You definitely want to go for the out at first, but with the go-ahead run Going to third base, you got to get the out, and the Rogues got the out, so 1 on, 2 outs. We are on the road second, 1-1 game between Lincoln and Medford. Here's the 8-hitter Mason Belding, the DH man tonight. The Grass Valley native, high school senior, going to go to LSU in this fall. First pitch, fastball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Belding was the catcher in game 1. Belding got an at-bat in the 8th inning, but flied out. Two balls and no strikes, misses low. Mason Belding went 1 for 3 on Tuesday night. RBI single in that 7th inning. Left against right, 2 balls, no strikes. Fastball finds the inside corner, strike 1. Belding looks at the dugout saying, okay then. But he's still ahead in the count. But Herman Luna's done a really good job of handling the adversity, making a critical defensive play. That might be the defensive play of the year so far. 2-1, swing and a miss on the slider, and the count goes square. If you don't get Deome out at third, put runners at the corners, and you don't have 2 outs. Deuce is wild now in the inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Luna sets, throws it back to first, gets back to the bag of a head first slide as Dobson will do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2. Misses low, and the count fills. Three and 2, runner goes. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the slider. Mason Belding down on strikes, and the side is retired. First strikeout victim for Herman Luna this evening. 1 run comes across on 2 hits. No errors, 1 left. Brady Dobson left on at first base. We head to the home half of inning number 2. Right after this, due up for the Rogues, Ayden Deome, Evan Saito, and Johnny Alley. Good game brewing in the Rogue Valley. Medford 1, Lincoln 1. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Medford 1, bottom half of inning number 2 from Harry and David Field. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. It's 6, 7, 8 due up for the Rogues. Ayden Deome leads off the inning, followed by Evan Saito and Johnny Alley. And they face Justin Santiago for the first time this evening in the Rogue Valley. Glacier blue skies overhead on this Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. Glacier, the wind is blowing into the ballpark this evening. First pitch, Ayden Deome fouled off left side. Strike 1. Ayden Deome, Chico native, 304 hitter so far this season. 1 double, 1 triple, no home runs yet. Guy's been swinging the bat well so far. The hero from Saturday evening against the Cal State Peloteros. Strike 1 pitch, slider misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jay and I have always been talking about during batting practice about his swing. 1 ball and a strike. Fastball, chopper to the right side, takes it on a hop as goes on the second baseman. The throw to first base is automatic for out number 1. 4-3 on the ground out for the first out of the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. We are on the bottom half of inning number 2. Lincoln 1, Medford 1. Here's the center fielder, Evan Saito, for the Rogues. Rogues offensively tonight have had their moments so far. And a run across, striking first. Flat RBI single from Chris Ortiz. Kian Sanchez swinging a pretty good bat so far this season on the last 4 games. That double in the first. Infield is playing deep for the Potters. First offering from Justin Santiago. Scores for a bunt as Evan Saito pops it foul to the third base side. Lands in the Rogues dugout. Strike 1. Evan Saito, Southern California native, out of CSUN. This season a .361 hitter, 1 double, no triples yet. Evan Saito, definitely a guy that you use in the small ball game. A guy who plays chess every day with his college teammate and best friend Daniel Berman. No balls and a strike. Fastball gets away from the catcher Pedersen. Goes to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Evan Saito and Daniel Berman, they play chess every day before they get to the ballpark. But in the last couple of weeks, the last couple of days actually, they've been playing Mario Kart. Santiago sets up on that third base side, the rubber, and the strike 1. So 1-1 pitch, misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Think about this. You're playing chess or Mario Kart. I'm not really good at Mario Kart. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Fastball, fouls it off, right side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Always pretty good playing the chess online, but not really good at it in person. Okay, man, maybe that might be my end of the summer goal. Be able to play chess just as good as Evan Saito and Daniel Berman. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch. 2-2, swing and a miss on the slider. And Evan Saito is down on strikes. First strikeout victim for Justin Santiago this evening. 2 up and 2 down in the home half of inning number 2. All tied up at 1 between Lincoln and Medford. Here's the right fielder Johnny Alley for the Rogues. His first time by this evening. In a tight ball game, you can definitely feel every at-bat counts, especially when the Rogues this is the game of the year for Medford this evening. Sets up on that third base side is Justin Santiago, and the first pitch. Fastball misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. One out. Slider misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Johnny Alley this season, his first week in the Rogue Valley, has not recorded a batting average yet. Has not recorded a hit yet. It was actually the catcher's mitt, a Pedersen, popped. So they're going to get him a new catcher's mitt. Johnny Alley still ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Quinton Olson waits on deck. Glacier blue skies overhead, not a cloud in sight. Beautiful thirsty Thursday at the ballpark. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch to Johnny. Swing and a miss, strike 1 on the slider. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's good seeing Johnny back in this Rogues lineup, a guy who was a big part of last year's team. Brought a lot of pop in that bat. 2-1. Swing and a miss, and the count goes square. Remember that home run Johnny hit at the Arcata Ballpark that final week of that final series of the regular season last year. 2-2. Misses low, and the count fills. That ball cleared over the right field wall. That fence at the Arcata Ballpark, how it blended into the night sky. I thought that was just a double, but it was 3-2. Fouls it off right side. He'll do it again. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. It was just, you just wanted to see where it was going to land, but it just kept, it probably, that home run ball by Johnny Alley is probably still orbiting the universe somewhere. in Northern California. Johnny Alley trying to extend the inning to 3 balls, 2 strikes. Santiago waits, and the pitch. 3-2 ground ball to the right side, gobbled up by Gazan. Gazan throws it to first base, and the throw's on the money for out number 3, and the inning comes to a close. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Rogues go in order 1, 2, 3. We have played 2 in the Rogue Valley, all tied up at 1 between Lincoln and Medford. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. All tied up at 1 between Lincoln and Medford. Top half of inning number 3 from Harry and David Field. 9-1-2 due up for the Lincoln Potters. Chris Fisher leads off the inning, followed by Ian Gazan and Jordy Lopez. Herman Luna begins his 3rd inning on the hill. First offering home from the righty. First pitch slider misses down and in at 1 ball, no strikes. Chris Fisher has been that 9-hitter so far in this series. Reached on an air in game 1 on Tuesday. Drew a walk and was hit by a pitch in yesterday's contest. Had 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0. Misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Rogues in their patriotic uniforms, red, white, and blue. The white pants, red and white caps. Lincoln going with the powder blue uniforms, orange numbering, the blue outline, and the gray pants. 2-0. Fastball, fouls it off. Left side at 2 balls, 1 strike. Chris Fisher at the dish, 5'10", 165, the Roseville native. Went to West Park High School. Just played at Sierra College in the spring, a .358 hitter, 3 long balls, and 4 doubles in the spring. 2 balls and a strike. Fastball right down the boulevard, strike 2, and the count fills. I like that pitch by Herman Luna. 2 innings, 2 different styles of how the innings went. 1, 2, 3 in the first on a 6-4-3 twin killing. 2-2. Misses low again with the fastball, and the count fills. And then gave a run and a pair of hits. Forced out the go-ahead runner on a throw from third and on the run down on the left side of the infield. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So fouls it off. We'll do it again. Chris Ortiz making sure Chris Ortiz feeling it out. Head coach Kevin Olmstead going over to make sure that his catcher is okay. And Rob, the athletic trainer for the Rogues, steps out. We'll take a look at Chris to make sure he's okay. Chris is like, hey, I'm good. We'll go for it. And he gives Rob the nod, saying, hey, I'm good. Let's go for it. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Chris Fisher. Top of the order guy Ian Gazan waits on deck for the Potters. But Deome getting forced back out at second base. And caught in the rundown pays dividends because Deome was the go-ahead run. 3-2 home. And that's outside of ball 4. Chris Fisher takes first. Leadoff walk for the Lincoln Potters. First walk issued by Herman Luna this evening. Good frame job by Chris Ortiz, but could not get that strike to bite. Andrew Bergstrom calling the balls and strikes this evening. Leadoff man on, nobody out. We are in the road to third. 1-1 game between Lincoln and Medford. We go back to the top of the order with Ian Gazan. 0 for 1 so far this evening. Herman Luna sets up on that first base side of the rubber. Medium-sized lead for Chris Fisher. Rogues have turned one double play so far this evening. First pitch misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. This is the Lincoln Potters team that likes the run. One ball, no strikes. Breaking ball, misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Herman Luna's been facing adversity in the first couple of innings. Trying to weather the storm in this inning. Glances at first base, medium-sized lead for Fisher. Rosenthal holding the runner. 2 balls and no strikes. Fastball misses inside of ball 3. Now Herman Luna trying to locate the strike zone. Behind 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0. Fastball clips the outside corner to keep the at-bat going. Ian Gazan tonight, the second baseman for the Potters, grounded out to the third baseman, Logan Macy, to get the game started back in the first. Outfield is playing deep and straight away. Evan Saito, the center fielder, a couple of steps in to left center. 3 balls, 1 strike. Fastball knuckled in the air, shallow foul territory down the right field line. And it goes right near the net, and the count fills. So another broken bat in this game for the Potters.
We've got our final kids baseball camp of the season, Saturday from 10 to noon.
Gazan having a good battle with Herman Luna. Infield is playing deep. The infield definitely thinking of turning 2. Jaden Neugebauer and Daniel Perman have done that already this evening. Three and 2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Gazan down on strikes. Looks at the home plate umpire, Andrew Bergstrom, saying, what call was that? But the Rogues will take that call. Second punch out for Herman Luna this evening, and a crucial first out recorded. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the top of 3. 1-1 game between Lincoln and Medford. Here's a 2-hitter. Jordy Lopez, the right fielder tonight for the Potters. 1 for 1 so far this evening. Glacier blue skies overhead. Chamber of Commerce evening in the Rogue Valley. First offering from Herman Luna. First pitch, ground ball to the right side. Takes on a hop as Daniel Berman tosses over second for 1. And Jaden Neugebauer can't throw it over to first base, so forces Fisher out at second. So it is 4-6 on the force out. Jordy Lopez reaches on a fielder's choice. So the second out recorded. 1 on, 2 outs. We are on the top of 3. Lincoln 1, Medford 1. Here's a 3-hitter for the Potters, Ty McGraw. 0 for 1 so far this evening. Herman Luna sets up on that first base side of the rubber, trying to get that third out of the inning. Rogues end up 9-1-2. First pitch, tomahawked foul right side. Strike 1 for a very loud strike 1 for Ty McGraw. No balls, 1 strike. Fastball misses inside. And now the Rogues faithful not happy about the strike zone already. Herman Luna facing a little bit of adversity. You definitely sees visibly frustrated on the hill. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Bouncing ball misses low and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ty McGraw, the batter, the first baseman for the Potters, grounded into a double play in the first. Two balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Chops it foul, right side, and the count goes square. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. Jackson Rosenthal holding the runner. Jordy Lopez at first base. 2-2. McGraw fouls it off, goes to the backstop. We'll do it again. Luna sets up on that first base side of the rubber. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Good battle brewing between Ty McGraw and Herman Luna. Luna trying to get out of the inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner goes 3-2. Misses up and out. Ball 4. Ty McGraw takes first. Second walk issued by Herman Luna this evening. So puts runners at first and second. 2 out, 2 on, 2 outs. We are on the top of 3. 1-1 game between Lincoln and Medford. Here's the cleanup hitter, Shane Miller, the shortstop. 1 for 1 so far this evening. Every at-bat matters in this game, and Herman Luna trying to pull a rabbit out of the hat in this inning. First offering. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody's active in that Rogues bullpen. Lopez at second base. McGraw at first. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. 1-0, misses low and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Two 2-0 from Herman Luna. Glances at second in the pitch. Chopper, ground ball to the left side. Jay Neugebauer gobbles it up, speeds to the pillow at second base, and forces Ty McGraw out at second base. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors. Rogues get out of the jam once again. We head to the home half of inning number 3 right after this. 9-1-2 due up for the Rogues. Quinton Olson, Daniel Berman, and Logan Macy all tied up at 1 between the Potters and the Rogues. Keep it here on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Number 15, Quinton Olson.
Lincoln 1, Medford 1. Bottom half of inning number 3 from Harry and David Field. Brian Woods back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. 9-1-2 due up for the Rogues. Quinton Olson leads off the inning, followed by the top of the order guy Daniel Berman and Logan Macy. Rogues putting 1 run in the first inning off an RBI single from Chris Ortiz, driving in Kian Sanchez. Lincoln answering in the top half of inning number 2 on an RBI double from Ayden Deome. First offering from Justin Santiago to the left fielder Quinton Olson, fouls it off to the left side of a fastball. Strike 1. Quinton Olson at the dish from Caboose, Oregon. Olson, a .273 hitter so far this season. Strike one pitch, misses outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Two doubles and a triple for Quinton so far in 2026. Waits for the 1-1 from the starter, Justin Santiago. 1-1. Slider misses inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Rogues will try to get that pop back in the bats this evening. After plating 14 runs last night, you heard from head coach Kevin Olmstead about being able to bring the fire again today. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1, hits that in the air, pops it up left side of the infield, shallow left center field, tracking it down as Miller, the shortstop, and he makes the grab for out number 1. Base is empty, 1 out after Quinton Olson flies out for the first out of the inning. Go back to the top of the order of Daniel Berman, all tied up at 1 between Lincoln and Medford. We are in the bottom half of inning number 3. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by our good friends at Kramer Cabinets. The other game that is going on currently at Recreation Park in Healdsburg, it's the Humboldt Crabs trying to avoid the sweep. They lead 2-1 against Healdsburg. They're in the bottom half of inning number 5 from Sonoma County and the wine country. First pitch, slider, check swing, and he did go, says Lance Craig. Strike 1 to Daniel Berman. Daniel tonight 0 for 1 this evening. Daniel back in the top of the order spot for the first time since the West Coast Kings series, all the way back in late June. Strike 1 pitch. Ground ball, slow roller towards second, gobbled up by Quazon. The throw to first base. The throw's automatic for out number 2. 4-3 on the ground out for the second out of the inning. 2 up and 2 down in the home third. 1-1 game between Lincoln and Medford. Here's the third baseman for Medford, Logan Macy. 0 for 1 so far this evening. Rogues going in reverse. You don't want to do that in this part of the game, but there's still plenty of time. Logan Macy gets ready to go to work now. Sets up on that third base side of Santiago. First pitch, chopper to the left side, scoops it up is the third baseman Deome. The throw gets past Ty McGraw, and Logan Macy gets to second base. Ball goes out of play, so he takes second base automatically, and that continues the inning for the Rogues. So an errant throw gets past Ty McGraw, the first baseman, and that puts the Rogues only 180 feet away from breaking the ice on this 1-1 tie.
The designated hitter, number 26, Kian Sanchez.
So officially need 5 on that. Logan Macy at second base. Kian Sanchez settles in for his second trip. 1 on, 2 outs, and we are in the home half of inning number 3. Kian Sanchez 1 for 1 so far this evening as the Rogues DH man. Guy's been pretty fun to watch so far this season, offensively and defensively. First offering from Santiago. First pitch, fastball misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. I was talking to Kian a little bit during batting practice. He was telling me that his mom is in attendance watching him play in the Rogue Valley, and it's really cool to have the parents up here watching their kids play here at Harry and David Field. And Kian was telling me, he said, Brian, my mother always enjoyed listening to the broadcast and always likes listening to the different factoids. Here's a factoid about me. 1 ball and no strikes. Slider misses down and out. 2 balls, no strikes. It was Kian who was telling me that his mom wanted him to play soccer instead of baseball. We don't want to play the what-if game. What if Kian Sanchez was a soccer star? Well, the World Cup's going on right now. 2 balls, no strikes. Glances at second base and Santiago the pitch. 2-0. Finds the top third. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kian's mom did play collegiate soccer, Division I. 2 balls, 1 strike. Santiago sets, glances at second base and the pitch. Slider misses down and out. 3 balls, 1 strike. Sanchez tonight, 1 for 1 at the dish, doubled in the first and came around and scored. Sanchez this season has 11 RBIs so far in 2026. 3 balls and a strike. Slider misses outside the ball 4. Kian Sanchez coaxes the 2-out walk. Puts runners at first and second. First walk issued by Justin Santiago this evening. So 2 on, 2 outs. We are in the bottom half of inning number 3. Lincoln 1, Medford 1. Here's There's the cleanup hitter, Chris Ortiz. He has an RBI already. He's 1 for 1 this evening. Rogues trying to break the ice on this 1-1 tie. Justin Santiago trying to feel the pressure a bit. Works on that third base side of the rubber, and the first pitch. First pitch fouled off right side, strike one.
That one's just a bit foul.
Chris drove in the first run of the evening on an RBI single back in the first, driving in Kian Sanchez. That's been the only offense up to this point. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Glances at second base. Strike 1 pitch. Finds top third at strike 2. That's been that strike all evening long, dictated by Andrew Bergstrom. Chris Ortiz finds himself in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Got into the batter's box. Took a deep breath. Climbs back in. Macy at second base. Sanchez at first base. Runners go. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Fouls it off. Third base side. And we'll do it again. Rogues getting pretty aggressive on the base paths. The hit and run worked well yesterday. Santiago sets up on that third base side of the rubber once more. Kian Sanchez at first base. Logan Macy at second. No balls, 2 strikes. Santiago sets and the pitch. 0-2. Slider misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all.
Jackson Rosenthal waits on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Takes a deep breath to Santiago and the pitch. 1-2. Hits down the air. Left field, tracking it down as Dobson. Dobson makes the one-hand grab with the shades on. Chris Ortiz flies out the left field for the third and final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error committed by Lincoln, and the Rogues leave 2 on. Logan Macy left on at second base. Kian Sanchez left on at first. And we have played 3 in the Rogue Valley, all tied up at 1 between Lincoln and Medford. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. It is a competitive final game of this 3-game set between Lincoln and Medford. Potters and the Rogues tied up at 1 apiece. Brian Woods back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. We are brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. It has been a pretty up and down evening for Herman Luna, but the results are he's been able to get out of jams, only given up 1 run so far this evening, and getting a force out during the Shane Miller at bat to force Ty McGraw out at second base. And he sees 5, 6, and 7 in the Potters batting order. Ayden Deome leads off the inning, followed by Kyle Pedersen and Brady Dobson. Beautiful evening for baseball in the Rogue Valley. Chamber of Commerce evening for Thirsty Thursday at Harry and David Field. Shadows starting to form a little bit. First offering from Herman Luna. Fastball finds the outside corner, strike one. Ayden Deome this evening, 1-for-1 at the dish. Potters have brought the stuff so far in the series finale. Strike one pitch, misses low, bounces across the dish. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball and a strike. Ground ball pulled foul, first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ayden Deome tonight, RBI double in the second. Forced out. He was trying to get himself to third base. Was caught in a run down and was tagged out by Daniel Berman at second base. That might be one of the crucial plays of the season. I'll tell you after this 1-2. Fastball outside and the count goes square. If you don't get Deome out at third, that puts runners at the corners, or you have a runner at third at least. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Knuckles it. Tracked down by Logan Macy, the third baseman, and Deome lines out for the first out of the inning. Base is empty, 1 out. We are on the road to fourth. 1-1 game between the Lincoln Potters and the Medford Rogues. Here's the catcher, Kyle Pedersen. 0-for-1 so far this evening. Lincoln trying to salvage the series. Medford trying to get the brooms out. A lot riding on the line this evening. We talked about the standings in the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Lincoln sits in 4th place. First pitch, breaking ball, clips the inside corner, strike one. Pedersen tonight has not reached on base this evening. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues, outfield playing deep and straight away. Strike one pitch, off the end of the bat. Jackson Rosenthal, the first baseman, picks it up to throw to first base and steps on the pillow in time is the pitcher, Herman Luna. It's a routine 3-1 on the ground out. 2 up and 2 down in the row to fourth. Base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Brady Dobson, all tied up at 1 between Lincoln and Medford. And you're starting to see that momentum and that Herman Luna being comfortable on the hill so far this evening. So bases are empty. 2 outs. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Evan Saito, a couple of steps into right center. Here's the left fielder, Brady Dobson. Dobson, 0-for-1 so far tonight. First pitch, fastball, finds the outside corner, strike one. No balls and a strike. Hits down in the air, knuckles it right center field. On the run is the right fielder, Johnny Alley. Can't make the play. Drops right in front of him. And Brady Dobson gets aboard of a bloop 2-out single. So Dobson extends the inning. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the road to fourth. 1-1 game between Lincoln and Medford. Here's the 8-hitter, Mason Belding, the DH man tonight for the Potters. 0-for-1 so far this evening. Potters are a pretty aggressive base running team so far in 2026. First pitch, misses low. 1 ball, no strikes.
The designated hitter, number 27, Mason Bell.
Wano pops that up in the air. Left field tracking it down as Olson into the corner. It goes. That drops down for a hit. Bounces into the bullpen. It's a ground rule double. And Mason Belding puts runners at second and third. So a single off the bat of Dobson. A ground rule double off the bat of Mason Belding. Puts the go-ahead run only 90 feet away from scoring. This is a big inning right now. Herman Luna has faced adversity throughout the whole entire first 3 innings. Currently in the 4th inning. 2 on, 2 outs. We are on the top of 4. Lincoln and Medford all tied up at 1, in fact. Herman Luna trying to sneak out of the inning once more. First offering. First pitch. Pops that up in the air. Center field going back is Evan Saito. Saito drifting back. Saito makes the grab for out number 3. And the inning comes to a close Rogues find a way to sneak out of the frame once again with runners in scoring position. No runs, a pair of hits, no errors, but the Potters leave a pair on. Brady Dobson left on, only 90 feet away from scoring at third base. Mason Belding left on at second. We head to the home half of inning number 4 right after this. Due up for the Rogues, Jackson Rosenthal, Jay Neugebauer, and Evan Saito. Lincoln 1, Medford 1. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Lincoln and Medford. Potters 1, Rogues 1. Bottom half of inning number 4 from Harry and David Field. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Rogues. Jackson Rosenthal leads off the inning, followed by Jay Neugebauer and Evan Saito. Second time facing Justin Santiago this evening, the starter for the Lincoln Potters. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Rogues. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error for the Lincoln Potters. Jackson Rosenthal 0 for 1 so far this evening. The Medford Rogues first baseman settles in for his second trip of the night. Justin Santiago sets up on that third base side, fires the first pitch, misses down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Infield is playing deep for the Potters. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Fisher, the center fielder, a couple of steps into left center. 1-0, squares for a bunt is Jackson Rosenthal. Ball escapes past the catcher Pedersen, goes to the backstop. Hit 2 balls and no strikes is Jackson Rosenthal. Jackson grounded out to the first baseman, Ty McGraw, back in the first inning to close the book on the inning. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Breaking ball, misses outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Jackson Rosenthal, or as his teammates call him, Rosie, grew up in Ashland, Oregon, just down the road from us. 15 minutes away from the ballpark. 3-0 pitch, breaking ball. Curves in for a strike on the inside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Chopper up the middle, takes it on a hop as a shortstop. Miller throws it to first base, and Ty McGraw makes the play in time, stayed on the bag, and Jackson Rosenthal grounds out for the first out of the inning. 6-3 on the ground out, bases empty, 1 out. We are in the bottom half of inning number 4. All tied up at 1 between Lincoln and Medford, the final game of this 3-game set between the two programs. If Medford wins, they get the brooms out and sweep the Potters back to the Sacramento Valley. If the Potters win, they get a chance to salvage the series. And at this point in the summer, and especially in the Pacific Empire League standings, every game counts in the month of July. Bases empty, 1 out. Here's the shortstop, Jay Neugebauer for the Rogues. First offering from Justin Santiago. First pitch, fastball, misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Santiago so far this evening has worked from that third base side of the rubber against lefties and righties alike. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball misses down and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Ball escaped past the mitt of the catcher Pedersen. 2-0. Jaden tonight 0 for 1 at the dish, ahead 2-0. The pitch fouls off the fastball. Rolls foul to the backstop. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jaden Neugebauer, the Chico, California native. Always a great conversation of Jaden Neugebauer. We talked about in his previous at-bat. He and I have talked about his swing and how to approach an at-bat like this. 2 balls and a strike. Sets up on that third base side of Santiago. The 2-1 fouls it off on his foot as Jaden Neugebauer, and the count goes square. Jaden Neugebauer grounded out to the second baseman. Goes on in the second inning for the first out of the inning. Two and 2 from Santiago. 2-2, fouls off the breaking ball as Jaden Neugebauer. Good battle between Santiago and Jaden. We'll do it again, still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Glacier blue skies overhead on this Chamber of Commerce evening in the Rogue Valley. 2-2 to Jaden. Fastball misses low, ball 3, and the count fills. Infield is playing deep for the Potters. Second baseman Kazan on the grass in shallow right center. There's a big hole up the middle. 3-2, ground ball, slow roller toward third. Can't make the play as a shortstop Miller. Jaden Neugebauer gets aboard with a 1-out single. Like the approach by Jaden Neugebauer. 1-out single for Jaden. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the bottom half of inning number 4. All tied up at 1 between Lincoln and Medford. Here's the center fielder for the Rogues, Evan Saito, 0 for 1 so far this evening. Rogues trying to get themselves back out in front. If you're just now tuning in for the first time in this series, it was the Rogues dominating in the first 2 games of this 3-game set. First offering from Justin Santiago. First from a bunt is Evan Saito. This is up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Rogues won yesterday 14-3 against Lincoln. Took game 1 on Tuesday, 6-3 the final. Ty McGraw, the first baseman for the Potters, holding the runner at first base, throws it over to first base, and Jaden Neugebauer picked off at first base. He was crawling back to first, and Santiago caught him napping, and Jaden Neugebauer heads back to the dugout, and that's the second out, and a crucial second out defensively for the Lincoln Potters. So now 2 balls, well, still 1 ball and no strikes rather, but without a base runner on at first base, the Rogues going in reverse. Infield is playing deep for the Potters. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0, ground ball to the right side. Picked up by Gazan, the second baseman. The throw to first base in time for out number 3. And the inning comes to a close. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left. We have played 4 in the Rogue Valley. Lincoln 1, Medford 1. 5th inning coming up right after this. That means it is the awesome pool guy 5th inning. Good game brewing between Lincoln and Medford. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. tied up at 1 between Lincoln and Medford. Top half of inning number 5 from Harry and David Field. That means it is the Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning. The 5th inning is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. You need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Once again, it's been a very fun one so far this evening. Brian Wutch with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy Thursday. Herman Luna begins his 5th inning on the hill, faces the top of the order. 1, 2, and 3. Ian Gazan leads off the inning. First pitch to him. First pitch swinging. Hits that sky in the air. Right center field tracking it down is Daniel Berman. And he makes the one-handed grab without the shades on for out number 1. Gazan pops out for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out. Base is empty, 1 out. We are in the top of 5. 1-1 game between Lincoln and Medford. Here's the right fielder, Jordy Lopez. 1 for 2 so far this evening. In a game where it's been going back and forth, there's only been 1 run across for each squad. It's been a good defensive slugfest so far tonight. First pitch, line drive, curves into left center field, and Jordy Lopez records his 2nd hit of the evening, and he reaches on base for the 3rd time tonight. So 1 out base runner on for the Potters. 1 on, 1 out. We are on the top of 5. Here's the first baseman, Ty McGraw. Ty McGraw tonight has reached on. He did reach on base back in his last AB. Rogues infield definitely scheming to turn in 2. First pitch misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Ty McGraw ground into a 6-4-3 twin killing back in the 1st. Drew a walk in the 3rd. Let's see what the Rogues can do in the middle infield. 1 ball, no strikes. Throws over to first base is Herman Luna. Jordy Lopez gets back to the bag with a head first slide. One out, throws it back to first, chases back. Lopez gets back to the bag of a head first slide once again. 1 ball and no strikes still. 1 out. Fastball clips the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. One throws it back to first base, chases back Lopez for the 3rd straight time. Herman Luna has thrown it back to first. This is a big inning, right? Big inning for Herman Luna and company. Herman Luna has had the highs and lows of this whole entire outing. Ball and a strike. Line drive, right center field. That drops down for a hit. Extra bases for Ty McGraw. Rounding second, digging for 3 is Jordy Lopez, and the stop sign's put up by the 3rd base coach of the Potters. Ty McGraw gets his first hit of the evening, and he puts runners at 2nd and 3rd. Go ahead run only 90 feet away from scoring. That was a smoking hot ball off the bat from Ty McGraw. 2 on, 1 out. We are in the top half of inning number 5. Ty McGraw records his 2nd double in this series.
Number 20, Shane Miller.
Ty McGraw so far has recorded 4 hits. 1 hit on Tuesday night's game, 2 hits yesterday. Hit in this inning game in the game this evening, and Lincoln's only 90 feet away from scoring. Herman Luna sets up on that first base side. First pitch, fastball misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes, and the pitch. This is low. 2 balls, no strikes. And now Jay Neugebauer, the shortstop for the Rogues, has a conversation with Herman Luna and now brings in Chris Ortiz as well as Logan Macy. So 4 Rogues have a conference on the hill. This pause the action is brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com. Come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. 2 balls and no strikes to Shane Miller. Miller 1 for 2 so far tonight. And now home plate umpire Andrew Bergstrom steps into the conference. Talks with Herman Luna and Chris Ortiz. And that's a great conference to say from the player side to talk with Herman Luna and say, hey, you got this. Herman Luna's been that type of guy, a guy who's been one of the dominant pitchers in this bullpen for the Rogues throughout this whole entire 2026 season. He sets up on that first base side of the rubber behind 2-0. Breaking ball, misses outside at 3 balls, no strikes. Runners at second and third. 3 balls, no strikes. Fastball misses low, ball 4. Shane Miller takes first and he loads the bases. And now Nick Berger, the pitching coach for the Rogues, steps out of the dugout and has a conversation with Herman Luna. So it's Herman Luna going to have a conversation with Jan Neugebauer, Chris Ortiz, Logan Macy, and the pitching coach Nick Berger. Let's pause the action, brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Does your pool or hot tub need repairs? Call Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Now pause the action. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. That's brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. Another game going on currently in the Pacific Empire League. It was Humboldt that was leading in the early going, but Healdsburg leading 6-2. Now 7-2 in the bottom half of inning number 6. Healdsburg putting up a 6 spot in the home half of inning number 5. It was the Crabs who led, struck in the first inning, and they got a run across in the 4th. And then when it rains, it pours. The Prune Packers answering with a 6-run frame and then a run across in the 6th inning. So currently, if that result holds up, that would put Healdsburg 13-3. The question is, when does Healdsburg lock up the top spot? First pitch swinging, hits that in the air, left center field. Saito circling to his right, makes the grab, tagging from third as Jordy Lopez. A relay throw is not in time, but a sac fly from Ayden Deome drives in a run. It is a 2-1 lead for the Lincoln Potters, and the Potters have their first lead of the evening. That is the second out of the inning, so Potters traded out for a run. That first lead of the evening is actually the first lead that the Potters have had in this whole entire 3-game set. So 2 on, 2 outs. Herman Luna sets up on that first base side of the rubber, and the first pitch. Fastball bounces away from Chris Ortiz, picks it up to throw to third base, and the tag is not in time. Logan Macy thought he got the tag. So Ty McGraw advances to third, Miller to second base, so puts runners at second and third. 1 ball and no strikes with 2 outs. Rogues bullpen is starting to hustle. This might be the final inning we see Herman Luna. One out. This is inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Luna sets up on that first base side of the rubber, deals the 2-0. Fastball grounded down that third base side. I'm going to say foul, says the home plate umpire Andrew Bergstrom. Ty McGraw thought that was fair. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kyle Pedersen at the dish, 0 for 2 so far this evening. 2-1 lead for Lincoln. We are on the top of 5. 2-1. Fastball misses low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Runners at second and third. Ty McGraw, third base. Shane Miller at second. Kyle Pedersen, the batter, grounded out to the shortstop. Jan Neugebauer in the second. Grounded out to the first baseman, Jackson Rosenthal, in the 4th. 3-1 home. Ground ball, pulled to the left side. Jay Neugebauer scoops it up. The throw to first base, and the throw is in time for out number 3. And the side is retired. 1 run comes across on 2 hits, no errors, but the Potters leave a pair on. Ty McGraw left on at third base. Shayna Miller left on at second base. And the Potters take the lead for the first time this evening, the first time in this series. It's a 2-1 lead for the Lincoln Potters. We continue the awesome pool guy 5th inning. Johnny Alley, Quinton Olson, and Daniel Berman do up for the Rogues. 8-9-1 in the Rogues batting order. Rogues trail by 1 on this Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Lincoln 2, Medford 1, bottom half of inning number 5 from Harry and David Field. We continue the Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning. 5th inning is always brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Medford sends 8-9-1 in their batting order. Johnny Alley leads off the inning, followed by Quinton Olson, and back to the top of the order with Daniel Berman. Rogues offensively in a predicament they have not been in this series. First time they've trailed in the series until tonight. Johnny Alley settles in for his second trip of the evening. 0 for 1 so far. First pitch, fastball misses low. Escapes away from the catcher Pedersen. 1 ball, no strikes. Johnny Alley, a returner from last year from that 2025 Rogue squad. First week in the Rogue Valley for him. 1 ball, no strikes. Sets up on that third base side is Santiago. And the pitch. 1-0. Fastball outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Johnny Alley back. Had his first AB in the second, grounded out to the second baseman, goes on to close the inning. 2 balls and no strikes. Breaking ball, pours in for a strike on the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Quinton Olson waits on deck for the Rogues. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. 2-1, fouls off the fastball. Goes to the right side, and the count goes square. Beautiful evening for baseball in the Rogue Valley. Shadows starting to appear, especially in left field, a little bit in center. Most of the sun is in right field currently. Big pitch upcoming in this at-bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Santiago sets, and the pitch. 2-2. Off the end of the bat, gobbled up by the first baseman, Ty McGraw. Speeds to the square in time for out number 1. 3 unassisted for the first out of the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. We are the bottom half of inning number 5. Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning. Lincoln leading 2-1 against Medford. Here's the 9-hitter, the left fielder Quinton Olson. 0 for 1 so far this evening. Rogues trying to get their offense moving. The first inning was looking pretty good for the Rogues. RBI single off the bat from Chris Ortiz. Kian Sanchez got the offense moving with 2 outs with a double. Rogues need that spark in the offense. Quinton Olson gets his second trip. First pitch breaking ball rather. Finds the inside corner, strike 1. Quinton tonight 0 for 1 at the dish. No balls and a strike. Fastball finds the outside third, a strike 2. Olson flied out to the shortstop Miller back in the 3rd inning. Quinton from Scappoose, Oregon, guy who likes to cook and likes to make his pregame meal and eats it after BP, the 0-2. Fastball elevated, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yesterday, Quinton had a simple peanut butter and jelly, but I asked him today, I said, what did you have? What did you make? Quinton, he said, I made ground beef and rice. Quinton behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2, breaking ball, misses. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Quinton thought that was ball 2, and he goes back to the dugout. That's Santiago's second strikeout of the evening. So 2 up and 2 down in the inning. We go back to the top of the order of Daniel Berman. Lincoln leading by 1, 2-1 against Medford. This is a big inning right now for the Rogues. We are in the Ossipole Guy 5th inning. Daniel Berman tonight 0 for 2 at the dish. Rogues so far have not been playing their best baseball. Round the horn and deep is the Lincoln infield. First pitch misses up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Outfield is playing deep and straight away. Fisher, the center fielder, 1 step in to left center. One out. Fastball finds the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. One. Breaking ball, turns away and got hit by the pitch. Daniel Berman extends the inning and he takes his base of honor. A 2-out hit by pitch extends the inning.
University of Cumberland, number 12, Logan Macy.
1 on, 2 outs. We are in the home half of inning number 5. 2-1 lead for Lincoln. Here's the 2-hitter for the Rogues. Third baseman Logan Macy. He reached on air in his last AB. Rogues offensively trying to get a jump start. Now the pitching coach of the Lincoln Potters steps out of the dugout. He's going to have a conversation with Justin Santiago. He understands that moment. Pitching coach Nate Kowalski heads out, talks to Justin Santiago and the whole entire infield for the Lincoln Potters. Daniel Berman at first base, 2 outs. We are on the home half of inning number 5, 2-1 lead for Lincoln. And this pause the action is brought to you by our good friends by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations at Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. Conference broken up all by itself. And the Potters understand the magnitude of this inning. You have the tying run at first base. And Logan Macy, who's been swinging a pretty good stick so far in the last couple of games. Logan Macy was in the lineup yesterday. Logan scored a big single in the second, hit by a pitch and reached on a fielder's choice in yesterday's game. Macy got on base twice in the 5th and in the 7th inning. In game 1, first pitch, fastball misses outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Bullpen is starting to move around a little bit for the Potters. Bullpen is definitely moving around for the Rogues. Throw over to first base, chases back Daniel Berman, gets back to the bag with a head-first slide. Logan Macy trying to provide a little bit more offense, throws it back to first. Daniel Berman gets back to the bag, standing up. Still 1 ball and no strikes. One ball, no strikes. Fouls it off to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shadows are starting to form once again at Harry and David Field. Lights are turned on. Shadows mostly in the left field, a little bit of a strip in center field. 1-1 hits that in the air. Right field charging in is Lopez. Lopez, that's going to go foul down the first base side. If it was a couple of inches to the left, that is a definite double for Logan Macy, but 1 ball and 2 strikes. Logan Macy behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Santiago waits in the pitch. 1-2, fastball right down the pipe. Strike 3 called. Macy down on strikes. That's the 3rd strikeout victim for Justin Santiago this evening. And the Rogues leave a runner on at first base. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We have played 5 in the Rogue Valley. That wraps up the Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning. Lincoln leading 2-1 against Medford. Top half of inning number 6 we go. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. It's a 2-1 lead for Lincoln. We head to the top half of inning number 6 from Harry and David Field. Brian Woods back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogues called the bullpen for the first time this evening, and they turn to Lorenzo Liu in relief of the starter Herman Luna. This pitching change tonight and all season long brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Final line score for Herman Luna, 5 innings on the hill, 7 hits, 2 runs, no errors, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. And Lorenzo Liu faces 7, 8, 9 in the Lincoln batting order. Faces Brady Dobson for the first time tonight. Reached on base in his last 2 ABs. Lorenzo Liu this season, 8 appearances so far in 2026, 12 and a third innings pitched. And he faces the lefty Dobson for the first time this evening. Brady Dobson 1 for 2 so far tonight. First offering from Lorenzo Liu. He sets up on that first base side of the rubber and the pitch. First pitch misses low and in. 1 ball. No strikes. Lorenzo Liu so far this evening and this season, 12 and a third innings pitched. 12 strikeouts, 4 walks, ERA at 2.19, 2 wins, 1 loss. Now time called, and Chris Ortiz talks with his battery mate Lorenzo Liu. This pause of the action is brought to you by our good friends at the Awesome Pool Guy. Need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. One other game going on currently in the bottom half of inning number 7. It's an 8-2 lead for Healdsburg against the Humboldt Crabs. Healdsburg looking to try to get the brooms out and sweep the Crabs back up to Arcata. The Crabs come to Harry and David Field on the back end of their 5-game road trip. 1-0. Fouls it off. Left side. Goes out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Humboldt and Medford tomorrow, 6:35 first pitch. We get going at 6:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. This game's probably the most important game of the year so far for the Rogues. 1-1. Fastball misses inside at 2 balls, 1 strike. Two, 1. Escapes away from the catcher, Chris Ortiz. 3 balls, 1 strike. Lorenzo Liu behind, 3 balls and a strike. Brooks on that first base side, fires the pitch. 3-1, breaking ball, clips the top third, and the count fills. 3-2. Fastball fouled off. First base side will do it again. Big pitch upcoming in this at-bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Chris Ortiz picks it up, throws it to first base to solidify the strikeout. Thompson down on strikes. First strikeout victim for Lorenzo Liu this evening. A nasty off-speed pitch gets the first out of the inning. Base is empty, 1 out. We are on the top half of inning number 6. Here's the DH man, Mason Belding. Belding tonight 1 for 2. Belding, the Grass Valley native in California, going to be playing baseball for LSU in the fall. First pitch. Fastball misses low and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Talked about Mason a little bit earlier in this series. Mason played for the Potters last year as a high school junior. 1-0. Fastball hooks it in the air, foul down the left field line. That goes out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mason, now a high school senior, be playing for Jay Johnson and the LSU Tigers in the fall. 1-1, misses low and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. Well, I mean, he'll be on campus in the fall, but he'll be playing for the Tigers when they suit up in the spring. Something about baseball at the box. 2-1, chopper over the head of Lorenzo Liu, bobbles it a bit, throws it to first base, and the throw is dug out in time by Jackson Rosenthal. Lorenzo Liu, the magician, a guy who loves playing blitzball, showing off a couple of those tricks. So 1-3 officially on the ground out. 2 up and 2 down in the inning. Base is empty, 2 outs. We are on the top half of inning number 6. Here's the center fielder, Chris Fisher. 0 for 1 of a walk tonight. Lincoln 2, Medford 1, top half of inning number 6. First offering. Fastball, misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Think about the precision of what Lorenzo Liu just did there. The focus, the concentration, 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Knuckles it in the air, down the first base side, trails out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chris Fisher, the batter, drew a walk in the 3rd, forced out at second base, 4-6. Flied out to the center fielder, Evan Saito, back in the 4th inning. Ball and a strike upcoming. The pitch. Hits that in the air, down the first base side again. Trails out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 from Lorenzo Liu. Sets up on that first base side, the pitch. 1-2, ground ball. Chopper bobbled by Logan Macy, scoops it up, can't make the play. And Logan Macy can't throw it to first base, so the inning continues. Chris Fisher reaches on an error. So it is an E5 assessed to Logan Macy. So it is 1 on, 2 outs. We are on the top half of inning number 6, 2-1 lead for the Potters. We go back to the top of the order of Ian Gazan. 0 for 3 so far tonight. Lorenzo Liu trying to weather the storm and get out of the inning. Lights are turned on. Shadows are appearing at the ballpark. More prevalent now in left field. Medium-sized lead for Fisher at first base. Jackson Rosenthal holding the run. Throw over to first base, and the tag is late. Fisher gets back to the bag of a head-first slide. Throws it back to first. Tag applied late. Fisher gets back to the bag with a head-first slide. Runner goes. Hits down in the air, left center field, tracking it down to Saito. Saito drifts to his right, makes the one-hand grab for out number 3. And the inning comes to a close. Gazan flies out the center field. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left. Chris Fisher left on at first base. We head to the home half of inning number 6 from Harry and David Field. Can the Rogues tie it up or take the lead away? Kian Sanchez, Chris Ortiz, and Jackson Rosenthal will try to do that when we come right back after this. Lincoln leading 2-1 against Medford. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Let the games begin. Lincoln calls the bullpen for the first time this evening. They send in Alex Krosno, his second time appearing in this series, and this pitching change tonight and all season long brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Second arm used so far for the Lincoln Potters tonight. And Krosno faces 3, 4, and 5 in the Rogues batting order. Kian Sanchez leads off the inning, followed by Chris Ortiz and Jackson Rosenthal. Kian Sanchez 15 of 21 in the last couple of games so far this summer. 1 for 1 with a walk tonight. First pitch from the lefty, Krosno. Fastball elevated, 1 ball and no strikes. Kian Sanchez provided a lot of offense in that first inning to extend the inning back in the first. Krosno got an appearance. 1-0 hits down in the air. Right center field drifting in is Fisher. The center fielder loses the hat but makes the grab with the shades on. Kian Sanchez flies out for the first out of the inning. Base is empty, 1 out. We are on the bottom of 6. 2-1 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Here's the catcher, the cleanup man, Chris Ortiz for the Rogues. Chris tonight 1 for 2 at the dish. Rogues need to get base runners on. It's just been that type of evening. They get base runners on. They can't get the runners across, but it's still, you got to get, hey, there's still time in this ball game. Krosno sets up on that first base side of the rubber and the first pitch home. First pitch, knuckles it foul. Screams overhead, strike 1. Quick conversation between Krosno and Pedersen. That's Krosno, the righty, 6'3", 215 pounds from Elk Grove. From UC Davis, a sophomore. Elk Grove just south of Sacramento, Northern California boy. Sets up on that first base side of the rubber. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. 0-1, misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chris Ortiz recorded an RBI single in the first. Flied out to the left fielder Dobson in the third. A ball and a strike to the righty. And the pitch. 1-1. Fouled off right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I was talking to Chris Ortiz a little bit today. Talking about the new mitt he's using. Talking about that. Breaking it in. Chris Ortiz has been pretty good at the dish so far in 2026. One of the veterans in this dugout. 1-2, ground ball, pulled foul, third base side, bounces over the fence. Lands near the bullpen of the Rogues. We'll do it again. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chris Ortiz still behind. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch from Krosno. 1-2. Lifted foul down the first base side. We'll re-rack it again. One ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Misses outside. The count goes square. Jackson Rosenthal waits on deck for the Rogues. Infield is playing deep for the Potters. Outfield playing deep and straight away for Lincoln. Fisher, the center fielder, just a couple of steps into right center. 2-2 home from the righty. Breaking ball misses outside, and the count fills. Wind starting to pick up just a tad bit, blowing into left field. Payoff pitch upcoming to Chris Ortiz, and the delivery. Line drive, center field, a base hit for Chris Ortiz. A return to sender, 1 out single, and the Rogues are back in business. Got the fastball. Thank you very much. Chris Ortiz aboard.
Number 20, Jackson Rosenthal.
1 on, 1 out. We are in the bottom of 6. 2-1 lead for the Lincoln Potters against the Rogues. Jackson Rosenthal, the batter, 0 for 2 so far this evening. Medford trying to claw back from a 1-run deficit. It's been a crucial first pitch swinging, hits that in the air. Center field, going back is Fisher, and he makes the play. Robs Jackson Rosenthal. And Chris Ortiz scampers back to first base. Rosenthal robbed in center field. Fisher tracking the ball well at Harry and David Field. Jackson Rosenthal hit it deep to center field. Fisher could not make the play. It made the play. And that's a crucial second out for the Potters. 2-1 lead for Lincoln. Here's the shortstop for the Rogues, Jay Neugebauer, 1 for 2 so far tonight. You don't want to go in reverse if you're the Rogues offense. Jay Neugebauer settles in for his 3rd trip of the night. First pitch from Krosno. First pitch, fastball misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes. Krosno sets on the first base side. 1-0, ground ball, leans into it the right side, scoops it up, is Guzman, tosses over to second base, and forces Ortiz out at second. 4-6 on the force out. Close the book on the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. We've played 6 in the Rogue Valley. We head to the top half of inning number 7 right after this. 2-1 lead for the Lincoln Potters. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates.
Penelope and Betty, great job.
Good game brewing in the Rogue Valley. 2-1 lead for the Lincoln Potters against the Medford Rogues. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Top half of inning number 7. Lorenzo Liu getting his warm-up tosses in currently. If you're just now tuning in on the Rogues Streaming Network, let's catch you up on how the game has gone on so far. It was the Rogues who struck first in the first inning off an RBI single from Chris Ortiz, driving in Kian Sanchez. Lincoln answered back with a RBI double off the bat of Ayden Deome, driving in Shane Miller, and then a sac fly off the bat of Ayden Deome again. Drove in Jordy Lopez to take the lead away for the first time tonight and in the series. Lincoln clinging on to a 2-1 lead against the Rogues. Top half of inning number 7. Jordy Lopez leads off the inning, followed by Ty McGraw and Shane Miller. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Potters. First offering from Lorenzo Liu. First pitch misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Jordy Lopez so far this evening 2 for 3 at the dish, but has reached on base all 3 plate appearances. 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss on the curveball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lopez gets out of the batter's box, climbs back in after taking a deep breath. 1-1. Breaking ball misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two-one, swing and a miss. Good slider by Lorenzo Liu, and the count goes square. And you think about what this team has done so far tonight. Lincoln has been able to stay 1 step ahead of the Rogues so far. 2-2, breaking ball misses outside, and the count fills. Lorenzo Liu cracks a smile saying, "I can't catch a break." That's been a strike all night. 3-2. Fouls off the breaking ball, rolls to the backstop. We'll do it again, still 3-2. Lorenzo Liu fixes his shoelaces. Gets back on the hill. Ready to deliver the 3-2 to the lefty. Jordy Lopez, the lead off the inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the slider. Lopez down on strikes. Lorenzo Liu gets his second punch out in relief. Nasty pitch by Lorenzo Liu, the blitz ball expert. 1 out, and the base is empty. We are on the top of 7, and now head coach Kevin Olmstead swiftly talks with Lorenzo Liu, gets a smile on his face. And we have a new pitcher. We'll tell you who he is when we come right back after this. Base is empty, 1 out. We are in the top half of inning number 7, but before we go to commercial break, all pitching changes tonight and all season long, brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Base is empty, 1 out. They send in Matty Ibrahim. We'll talk about his numbers when we come right. Actually, that's actually Will Salihar on the hill. Talk about who's on the hill for the Rogues when we come right back after this. 2-1 Lincoln. Or after this on the Rogues Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Rogues turn to Will Salihar out of the bullpen. Third arm used so far this evening. We continue the top half of inning number 7. All pitching changes tonight and all season long, brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. 2-1 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Bases empty, 1 out. And Lorenzo Liu goes an inning and a third. No hits, no runs, 1 error, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. Will Salihar gets the ball. The lefty sets up on that third base side of the rubber. Sees Ty McGraw for the first time tonight. First pitch, off the end of the bat. Charging is Daniel Berman. Scoops it up to throw to first base in time for out number 2. 4-3 on the ground out for the second out of the inning. Will Salihar this season. I know his mom and dad are listening back home in the Rogue Valley. They were just here just last week. Always a pleasure seeing the Salihars at the ballpark. Will Salihar this season for the Rogues.
Now batting the shortstop, number 20, Shane Miller.
2 up and 2 down in the inning. Here's Shane Miller, the shortstop. Salihar this season, ERA of 4.15, no wins, no losses. First pitch, finds the outside corner, strike 1. Salihar, 4 appearances so far this season, gets his 5th appearance in 2026, 4 1/3 innings pitched. 6 strikeouts, 4 walks. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues, bases empty. No balls and a strike, and the pitch. Slider misses down and out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Shortstop Shane Miller, the batter. 1 for 2 with a walk, doubled and scored back in the second. Got it out to force Ty McGraw out at second base. So a walk in the 5th, 1-1. Misses down and out again, 2 balls, 1 strike. And Will Salihar this season and this summer talking about his love for fishing and trying to catch a fish. He's not caught a fish until today. 2 balls and a strike upcoming. And the pitch. Slider escapes away from Chris Ortiz. 3 balls, 1 strike. So Will Salihar caught 2 bass today. Congratulations to Will. Guy who's been fishing all summer has not caught a thing until today. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Slider misses outside of ball 4. Shane Miller takes first, 2 out, walk coaxed by the shortstop Shane Miller. 1 on, 2 outs. We are on the top half of inning number 7. 2-1 lead for Lincoln. Final game of this 3-game set.
Now batting the third baseman, number 7, Ayden Deome.
One on, 2 outs. We are on the top of 7. Here's Ayden Deome, third baseman. 1 for 3 tonight. First pitch hits that in the air. Right field going back is Johnny Alley at the track. That ball is foul, says the first base umpire, Lance Kreck. Everybody at the ballpark can breathe a sigh of relief. A long strike 1 for Ayden Deome. And the Potters have had those hits throughout the whole entire series. If it veers a couple of inches to the right, or the left rather, it's a definite game changer. Salihar sets up shop on that third base side of the rubber. Ayden Deome behind, no balls and a strike. And the pitch. Fastball misses up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Deome recorded an RBI double in the second inning. Lined out to the third baseman Logan DeMacy in the 4th. Drove in the go-ahead run back in the 5th. 1-1. Throws it over to first base instead is Will Salihar. It's back to the bag of a head first slide of Shane Miller. We'll do it again. Still 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Fastball misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two and 1 home from Will Salihar. Slider finds the outside corner, and the count goes square. Big pitch upcoming for Will Salihar. Kyle Pedersen waits on deck for the Potters. Crucial at bat for Will Salihar and company. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Hits that in the air, center field, charging in is Evan Saito on the run, makes the one-hand grab for out number 3, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. Shane Miller left on at first base, and we head to the home half of inning number 7 at Harry and David Field. Evan Saito, Johnny Alley, and Quinton Olson due up for the Rogues. 7, 8, 9 due up for Medford. Medford trailing by 1, 2-1. Can the Rogues offense wake up in the final game of this 3-game set? Let's send it to Greg Roberts, the public address announcer, for the singing of Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back for it's root for the Rogues. If they don't win, it's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. All right, look under your seat. See if you were selected as a winner for a free appetizer, courtesy of Chadwick Sports Bar and Grill. And if you were, I highly recommend the deep fried pickles. You know you make me wanna shout. Take my hand up and shout. Throw my hand up, throw my hand up and shout. Come on now, someone get to say you real. Someone get to say yeah, yeah.
The tradition of shout at Harry and David Field continues on this Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. 2-1 lead for the Lincoln Potters against the Medford Rogues. Brian Witch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. A beautiful evening for baseball. Rogues going to try and make this a beautiful night. New pitcher on the hill for the Lincoln Potters. It is the righty again. His warm-up tosses in. And it is Tyler Vargas from Rancho Cordova. Gets ready to face 7, 8, 9 in the Rogues batting order. Evan Saito leads off the inning, followed by Johnny Alley and Quinton Olson. First pitch, misses low. Escapes away from the catcher Pedersen. 1 ball, no strikes. All pitching changes tonight and all season long, brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Evan Saito tonight 0 for 2 at the dish. One ball, no strikes. Fastball misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Two 2-0 home from the righty. 2-0 misses inside. 3 balls, no strikes. Vargas this season, right-handed pitcher, 6 feet, 185 pounds. Rancho Cordova, California native, currently in the transfer portal. Behind 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0. Fastball finds the inside third. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three balls, 1 strike. Fastball misses outside the ball 4. Evan Saito with a leadoff walk gets the offense moving for the Rogues this evening. That's been the part so far tonight for the Rogues. Base runner on at first base, 1 on, nobody out. We are in the bottom half of it, inning number 7. Here's the right fielder, Johnny Alley. 2-1 lead for Lincoln. It's not been a struggle getting runners on. It's just getting runners across. The Rogues have scored only 1 run, and that lone run came in the first inning. Johnny Alley trying to provide a little bit more offense. First pitch to Alley. Fastball misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Johnny Alley this season has not recorded a batting average, has not recorded an RBI yet. Third baseman Nacombe on the grass for the Lincoln Potters. Middle infield for Lincoln, definitely thinking of two. Gazan and Miller throw over to first base. Chases back Evan Saito, gets back to the bag. Still 1 ball and no strikes. Ty McGraw holding the runner at first base. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0, escapes past the catcher, Pedersen, all the way to the backstop it goes. Evan Saito saying thank you very much. Steals second base with ease and eliminates the opportunity to turn 2. Eli Garcia, the skipper for the Lincoln Potters, telling his pitching coach for the Potters, Coach Nate Kozeski, going to talk with the reliever Tyler Vargas, third arm used so far this evening. And this pause the action is brought to you by our good friends at Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings and even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. Lincoln 2, Medford 1, bottom half of inning number 7 from Harry and David Field. 1 ball and no strikes upcoming for Johnny Alley at the dish. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. 1 other game going on currently, and it is in the 8th inning from Recreation Park in Healdsburg. Prune Packers leading 8-2 against Humboldt, top half of the 9th. If Humboldt has a miracle in the 9th inning, Healdsburg gets the brooms out and sweeps the Crabs. But anything can happen in baseball. But if that result stays true, Healdsburg improves to 13-3 overall in the season. Humboldt drops to 11-6. And they come into the Rogue Valley tomorrow for the first of a 2-game set. That's going to be very intriguing tomorrow at 6:35 for 6:35 for the first pitch. 2-0, misses outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Johnny grounded out to the second baseman Gazan in the second. Grounded out to the first baseman Ty McGraw in the first. Corner infielder starting to play in. Deome and McGraw at third and first. Near the lip. 3-0. Finds the bottom third. 3 balls, 1 strike. Runner at second base, that is Evan Saito. He stole second base on the pass ball thrown by Vargas. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. 3-1, hits down the air. Shallow left field, tracking it out is Dobson. Dobson makes the one-hand grab. Retreating back to second base is Evan Saito. And Johnny Alley flies out to left field for the first out of the inning. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the bottom half of inning number 7. 2-1 lead for the Lincoln Potters. Here's the left fielder for the Rogues, Quinton Olson. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Medford trying to get the brooms out against the Lincoln Potters. Lincoln trying to salvage the series in the Rogue Valley. Quinton Olson, a guy who's been a lot of fun to watch, particularly in the 9 spot this season. First pitch, breaking ball, finds the inside corner, strike 1. Well-played umpire Andrew Bergstrom's had a very stringent zone so far tonight. Evan Saito at second base, medium-sized lead. Infield starting to shade to the right. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Quinton Olson tonight flied out to the shortstop Miller in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th. No balls, 2 strikes. Saito dancing around second base, the 0-2. Elevated. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big pitch upcoming for Quinton Olson. Top of the order guy Daniel Berman waits on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, fouls it off as Quinton Olson keeps the at-bat going. You like that approach by Quinton. Got a piece of it, keeps the at-bat going. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, the Quinton runner goes, fouls it off to the screen. Evan Saito slid into third base. Evan Saito goes back to second. He thought that was strike 3. Goes back to the bag at second base. Lights are turned on at the ballpark. Sun's about to set in Southern Oregon. Perfect evening for baseball. Quinton Olson trying to make the most of this at-bat. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the left fielder. Dancing around is Saito at second base, throws it over second base, escapes into center field, off the glove of the shortstop Miller, and Evan Saito scoots to third base. Rogues only 90 feet away from scoring. The tying run is only 90 feet away. Count goes, still is 1 ball and 2 strikes, but Rogues offense creating chaos on the base paths. Moves the infield in for the Potters. Vargas threw it over to the shortstop. So it is going to be an error assessed on that. Potters infield closes in. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Quinton Olson. The pitch. 1-2. Misses outside, and the count goes square. When you think about how this at-bat began for Quinton Olson. Pass ball got away from the catcher Pedersen. Evan Saito advanced to second base. Vargas threw it over to second base, try to get Saito out. Ball escaped away into center field. 2-2, misses inside and low, and the count fills. That's why you never say dying in an at-bat. Quinton Olson can definitely pop it up to trade it out for a run. Play a little tit for tat with the Potters. Potters got a sac fly to pull ahead in this one. Count is full, 3-2. Line drive past the first baseman, Ty McGraw. Into the right field corner it goes. Rounding first, digging for 2 as Quinton Olson slides into second base. RBI double for Quinton Olson. Quinton Olson on a 3-2 pitch ties the ball game up at 2. On a payoff pitch. Quinton Olson having fun tonight. And now a pinch runner comes in for Quinton Olson. Here's Jonathan Walsh.
From Georgia Gwinnett College, number 11, Jonathan Walsh.
Jonathan Walsh takes over. Now 1 on, 1 out. We are in the bottom half of the 7th. 2-2 game between Lincoln and Medford. We go back to the top of the order of Daniel Berman. Daniel Berman reached on base in his last AB, trying to get the go-ahead run at Jonathan Walsh. Home from second. First pitch. Misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Berman tonight flied out to the center fielder Fisher in the first. Grounded out to the second baseman Guzan in the third. Hit by a pitch in the 5th inning. Was left stranded. 1-0. Fastball misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Sets up on that first base side as Vargas. 2-0. Elevated. 3 balls, no strikes. Let's see how aggressive head coach Kevin Olmstead gets. Jonathan Walsh is a pretty fast base runner. I know his family's listening. They're probably back home in Tennessee. They took the flight to Phoenix this morning. 3-0 pitch. Misses inside, ball 4. Daniel Berman takes first. 1 out walk for the Rogues, puts runners at first and second. 2 on, 1 out. We are in the bottom of 7. Lincoln 2, Medford 2. There's the third baseman for the Rogues, Logan Macy. Reached on base, back in the 3rd. And now head coach Eli Garcia walks out to the hill and talks of Tyler Vargas. There is somebody warming up in that Lincoln Potters bullpen. Eli Garcia looks to the first base umpire, Lance Kreck. And I try to buy some time in the home half of inning number 7. Runners at first and second, 1 out. We are on the bottom half of inning number 7. And we have a new pitcher. I'll tell you who he is when we come right back after this. All pitching changes tonight and all season long, brought to you by K2EL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Runners at first and second, one out, bottom half of inning number 7, all tied up at 2 between Lincoln and Medford. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3 and 4 bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. We continue in the home half of inning number 7. Potters call to the bullpen once again on this Thursday evening, and they send in Dawson Raddick. This pitching change tonight and all season long, brought to you by K2EL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Dawson Raddick inherits runners at first and second. Jonathan Walsh pinch running for Quinton Olson. He's at second base. Daniel Berman is at first. Here's a third baseman for the Rogues, Logan Macy. All tied up at 2 between Lincoln and Medford. First pitch from Dawson Raddick. This is upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Dawson Raddick out of Reinhardt University. He knows head coach Kevin Olmstead well. Played for Reinhardt in the spring. Was on the hill earlier in the series. 1 ball, no strikes. Dancing around at second base is Jonathan Walsh, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 on the fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dawson Raddick was the second arm out of the bullpen on Tuesday night's game. 1 ball and a strike. Sets up on that third base side as Raddick. Glances at second base. The pitch. 1-0. Fouls it off right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Logan tonight grounded out to the shortstop Miller in the first. Reached on an error in the third. Got the second base, but was left stranded there. Struck out in the 5th. Macy behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 from Dawson Raddick. Fouls it off. Goes to the right side, will do it again. One ball, 2 strikes. Dancing around at second base is Jonathan Walsh. 1 ball and the pitch. 1-2. Fouls it off right side. We'll do it again. I was saying Jonathan Walsh's parents were in the Rogue Valley this week. They're back home in Tennessee. I definitely know Scouts, the family dog, is definitely happy to see Alex and his mom and dad. I know they're probably listening to the game by the pool at the house with the big flat screen TV on. 1-2 home. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Logan Macy down on strike, second out of the inning. That's a crucial second out of the inning for the Lincoln Potters. First strikeout victim for Dawson Raddick tonight. 2 on, 2 outs. We are on the bottom half of inning number 7. A guy who's been swinging the bat well so far in the last 4 games. Kian Sanchez settles in the DH man. 1 for 2 with a walk tonight. Runners at first and second. Jonathan Walsh at second base. Daniel Berman at first. All tied up at 2 between Lincoln and Medford. First pitch from Dawson Raddick. This is up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Stars and Stripes blowing softly into left field. Runners at first and second. Infield is playing deep. Outfield is playing deep as well for Lincoln. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. 1-0, ground ball, right center field, base hit, rounding third, speeding towards home is Jonathan Walsh. He scores standing up, rounding third, speeding toward home as well as Daniel Berman. He scores standing up as well. 2-run double for Kian Sanchez. The Rogues needed a hit, and they get a crucial 2-run double from Kian Sanchez. And the Rogues have their first lead of the evening, 4-2 Medford.
Batting the catcher, number 48, Chris Ortiz.
Rogues offensively have been a little bit quiet tonight, but they're starting to wake up on this Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. First pitch, fastball finds the outside corner, strike 1. Chris Ortiz tonight, 2 for 3 at the dish. He's been swinging the bat pretty well so far. His college teammates at second base, that's Kian Sanchez. Medford 4, Lincoln 2, final game of this 3-game set. Strike 1 pitch from Dawson Raddick upcoming. Swing to miss on the curveball. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Rogues have put up 3 runs in this frame, looking for more. Infield is playing deep for the Potters. Outfield playing deep and straight away. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch hits that in the air, skying left field, and it goes out of play. Lands past the bullpen, possibly hits the Les Schwab Tire Center beyond left field. Yet that ball was 10 feet to the right. That's a definite no-doubter for Chris Ortiz, but we continue, still in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 0-2 from Raddick. Fouls it off, hits the catcher's face, hits the mask of the catcher Pedersen. We'll do it once more. No balls, 2 strikes. Raddick sets, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chris Ortiz down on strikes. Second strikeout victim for Dawson Raddick this evening, but the Rogues retake the lead. A 3-run frame, 3 runs across on 2 hits, 1 error committed, and 1 left. Kian Sanchez left on at second base. A 2-run double from Kian Sanchez pushes the Rogues ahead. It's a 4-2 lead for the Rogues against the Lincoln Potters. Top half of inning number 8 coming up right after this. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. The fans at Harry and David Field having a good time so far tonight. A 3-run frame put up by the Rogues in the home half of inning number 7. Dylan Finelli, the dance master, entertaining the crowd at Harry and David Field. Medford leading 4-2 against the Lincoln Potters. New pitcher in for the Rogues. Caleb Randolph gets ready to face 6, 7, 8 in the Lincoln Potters batting order. This pitching change tonight and all season long brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Caleb sees Kyle Pedersen for the first time tonight. Excuse me about that. Caleb sets up on that first base side of the rubber. And the first pitch. First pitch misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes.
The top of the 8th inning for Lincoln, the catcher number 10, Kyle Pedersen.
Kyle Pedersen tonight 0 for 3 at the dish. Right against right. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. Outfield playing deep and straight away. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1 on the fastball. Long pause by Randolph, sets up on that first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Breaking ball, pours in for a strike on the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball outside at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pedersen tonight grounded out to the shortstop, Jay Neugebauer, in the second. Grounded out to the first baseman, Jackson Rosenthal, in the 4th. Grounded out to the shortstop once again, Jay Neugebauer, back in the 5th. Count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Randolph sets, and the 2-2. Fastball misses inside, and the count fills. Count is full, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball hits it in the air down the first base side, and it goes out of play. We'll do it again, still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pedersen, 6 feet, 190 pounds. The catcher from Roseville, California, at UC Davis. Randolph sets up on that first base side like he has been throughout this whole entire AB. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. 3-2, misses up and in, ball 4. And Pedersen takes first, leadoff walk for the Lincoln Potters. 1 on, nobody out. We are on the top of 8, 4-2 lead for the Rogues. Quick conversation between Chris Ortiz and Caleb Randolph. This pause the action is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Medford leading 4-2 against Lincoln. Rogues in their first lead of the evening in the previous inning. A 3-run frame, a 2-run double off the bat of Kian Sanchez, an RBI double off the bat of Quinton Olson. And the Rogues offensively looking pretty good. Besides the new pitcher, there is a new left fielder, Jonathan Walsh, taking over for Quinton Olson. First pitch, finds the outside corner for breaking ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Brittany Dobson, the batter. 1 for 3 so far tonight. Lefty settles in. Rogues middle infield definitely thinking of turning two. Strike one pitch from Caleb Randolph. Breaking ball again finds the outside third. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes is Dobson. Dobson reached on a fielder's choice in the second. Was left stranded on it at first base. Singled in the fourth. Got the third base, was left stranded there as well. Struck out in the sixth. In the hole, no balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch. Chopper to the right side. Daniel Berman picks it up, throws it over to first base with the underhand, and Dobson's out for out number 1. 4-3 on the ground out, advancing Kyle Pedersen to second base. 1 on, 1 out. We are on the top of 8. 4-2 lead for Medford. Here's the 8-hitter Mason Belding. 1 for 3 tonight as well. Outfield starting to shade a little bit to the left. Outfield starting to do their movements as well. Evan Saito playing a couple of more places. Colin, they want to find a way to slow down the bat of Mason Belding. First pitch. Fastball misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Belding tonight struck out in the second. Got aboard of a ground rule double in the fourth. Was left stranded there. Got struck out. Got ground rule double, left stranded at second base in the fourth. Grounded out to the pitcher, Lorenzo Liu, in the sixth. With that acrobatic play from Lorenzo. 1-0, swing and a miss, good. Fastball blows right past Mason Belding. 1 ball, 1 strike. Randolph sets up shop on that first base side of the rubber. Right against the left. A ball and a strike. Breaking ball misses. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Two-1. Breaking ball misses. Upstairs, 3 balls, 1 strike. Fans not happy about the strike zone so far. Mason Belding trying to coax a walk. Chris Fisher waits on deck for the Potters. 3 balls, 1 strike. Randolph sets. And the pitch. Called for a strike on the outside corner, and the count fills. Mason Belding thought that was ball 4. About to take his base. Has to get back in the batter's box. Andrew Bergstrom calling the balls and strikes tonight. Count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pedersen at second base, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. 3-2, misses down and in, ball 4. And Caleb Randolph tapping his chest saying, hey, that's on me, Chris. His battery mate, Chris Ortiz. 1 out, base runner on at first base and at second. 2 base runners on via the walk. 2 on, 1 out. Rogues bullpen is starting to move around a little bit more. Rogues can definitely get out of the inning with a double play. 2 on, 1 out. We are on the top of 8. Here's the center fielder, Chris Fisher. His 4th AB of the evening, 4-2 Medford. First offering comes home from Caleb Randolph. Glances at second base. Glances again. And fires the first pitch. Scores for a bunt. Ball gets past Chris Ortiz. Runners advance to second and third. Pedersen to third. Belding to second. 1 ball and no strikes to Chris Fisher. Randolph trying to get out of this inning. Tying run is at second base. Go-ahead run is at the dish. Lincoln stealing second, putting runners at second and third, eliminate the opportunity to turn two. 1 ball, no strikes. Randolph sets. And the pitch. 1-0, foul down the first base side, goes out of play, strike one. Fisher tonight, drew a walk in the third, grounded, was actually forced out at second base, 4-6 on the force out. Flight out to the center fielder, Evan Saito in the fourth. Reached on air in the sixth. Infield is playing deep around the horn, outfield playing deep and straight away. Evan Saito, a couple of steps in to left center. Ball and a strike from Caleb Randolph. And he hits the batter. Chris Fisher takes first, and the bases are loaded. And Coach Kevin Olmsted fires out of the dugout, swiftly walks to the hill, all with one out. Bases are loaded, and they turn to the bullpen. We have a new pitcher. We'll tell you who he is when we come right back after this. All pitching changes tonight brought to you by KTVL 10 Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Medford leading 4-2 against Lincoln, but the Potters cover all the bags. Biggest part of the game tonight. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. The eighth inning continues at Harry and David Field. A 4-2 lead for the Rogues against the Lincoln Potters. Bases loaded, one out. Rogues turn to the bullpen once again on this beautiful Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. Lights are turned on. Sun is setting in the west. And another pitching change with the Rogues tonight. And they send in Josh Rodriguez, Livermore, California native. And this pitching change tonight and all season long brought to you by KTVL 10 Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Bases loaded, one out. Kyle Pedersen at third base, Belding at second base, and Fisher at first base. Lincoln trying to salvage the series and trying to avoid being swept. And Josh Rodriguez finds himself in a very precarious situation tonight. Josh Rodriguez this season, 2 appearances so far, 2 innings pitched. Has no wins, no losses, but 1 save under his belt. His family's listening back home in Northern California. Rogues can definitely turn 2 to get out of the inning. First pitch, breaking ball, pours in for a strike on the inside corner, strike one. First batter, Josh Rodriguez sees as Ian Gazan, second baseman tonight, 0 for 4 at the dish. Base runners on via the walk or a hit by pitch for the Lincoln Potters. Potters trying to execute in this top half of the 8th. Rodriguez sets up on that first base side of the rubber. And the strike one pitch. Breaking ball, misses down and out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gazan tonight grounded out to the third baseman Logan Macy in the first, struck out in the third. Gets himself back in the batter's box. Awaits the 1-1 from Josh Rodriguez. And the pitch. 1-1, lines bouncing ball right to Daniel Berman, underhands it over to second for 1. Neugebauer can't get the out, can't get the throw to first base. So it is an RBI fielder's choice. That forces Fisher out at second base. Peterson scores from third, makes it a one-run game. 4-3 lead.
Now batting the right fielder, number 6, Jordy Lopez.
Puts runners at the corners. 2 outs. We are on the top of 8. 4-3 lead for the Rogues against Lincoln. Starting to heat up in the series finale. First pitch. Breaking ball. Poison for a strike on the outside corner. Strike 1. 2 on, 2 outs. Here's Jordy Lopez, the right fielder. Has reached on base 3 times tonight. 2 for 4 at the dish. Guy who was the starting pitcher in game 1 of the series on Tuesday night, behind no balls and a strike. 0-1. Misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Josh Rodriguez trying to get out of the jam. 1 ball and a strike. And the pitch. Fastball. Tattoo to foul. Left side, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lopez singled in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the third. Was left stranded at second base, singled and came around and scored in the 5th. Struck out in the 7th. Behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rodriguez sets up on the first base side, deals the 1-2. Breaking ball, misses outside, and the count goes square. That has been a strike all night long. The Rogues dugout is fired up. That was on the money. Great frame draw by Chris Ortiz. Runners at the corners. Belding. And the 2-2. Breaking ball again, misses. Up and out rather, ball 3. Belding at third, goes on at first base. Rogues trying to sneak out of this inning. Payoff pitch. Runner goes. Fastball elevated, ball 4. Jordy Lopez takes first, and the bases are loaded once again. So the Potters cover all the bags in the top half of inning number 8. 4-3 lead for Medford. And here's Ty McGraw. One of the most prolific hitters from last year. Guy who's been with the Potters for the last couple of weeks. Settles in, and talking with head coach Eli Garcia before the game, talks about he loves to hit. Trying to change the game. 1-run game between Lincoln and Medford. First pitch. Hooks that down that first base side and trails foul. Strike 1. Everybody can breathe a sigh of relief after that first pitch. 1 for 3 so far tonight is McGraw. Bases loaded, 2 outs. We are on the top of 8. In an inning, in a game where it's been back and forth, the most competitive game of the series. Rogues trying to sneak out of the inning. Strike 1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Lincoln trying to make the most of this opportunity. McGraw in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Shane Miller waits on deck. Rodriguez sets, and the 0-2. Fastball, fouls it off. Left side. We'll do it again. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. 0-2, popped up in the air, left side of the infield. Calling everybody off is Logan Macy. Macy makes the one-hand grab for out number 3, and the side is retired. 1 run comes across on no hits. And the Potters leave the bases loaded.
No hits, no Rogues errors.
No errors committed by the Rogues as well. And the Potters leave the bases loaded. It's a 1-run game. Medford leading 4-3 against Lincoln. We head to the home half of the 8th. Right after this, Jackson Rosenthal, Jay Neugebauer, and Evan Saito due up. The closest game we've had so far this whole entire series. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
4-3 lead for Medford in the bottom half of inning number 8. Run came across in the top half of inning number 8 for the Lincoln Potters. And you think about what has happened so far this evening, it's been back and forth between the Potters and the Rogues. Rogues getting a 3-spot across in the bottom half of inning number 3, half of inning number 7 rather. But regardless, probably one of the most competitive games we've seen so far this evening between these two programs. And Michael, I should say, getting his warm tosses in. This pitching change is brought to you by our good friends at KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Dawson Raddick got 2/3 innings on the hill. And Matthias Michael faces 5, 6, and 7 in the Rogues batting order. Jackson Rosenthal 0 for 3 so far tonight. Gets ready to go to work for his 4th AB of the evening. You think about how this game has gone on so far. Matthias Michael, the righty, 6'1", 205. From Yolo, California, currently in the transfer portal. Tall righty sets up on that first base side of the rubber. Deals the first pitch to Jackson Rosenthal. First pitch, fastball, check swing. He did go around on it, says the third base umpire, Andrew Herbold, to strike one. The fans not happy about that call from the third base umpire. No balls and 1 strike. Jackson Rosenthal gets back in the batter's box, collects his thoughts. Strike 1 pitch upcoming. Hits down the air, sky high, left center field. Going back is Fisher at the track, makes the grab, and he covers a lot of ground. And Fisher has been the difference maker so far in this game. He robbed Jackson Rosenthal in that last AB he had. And Jackson flies out for the first out of the inning. And Harry David field plays pretty deep, and a good job by Chris Fisher to track that one down, especially how the lights are, but also how deep the park plays. So base is empty, 1 out. We are in the bottom half of inning number 8. Here's a shortstop, Jay Neugebauer. Neugebauer tonight reached on base back in the 4th inning. Medford leading 4-3 against Lincoln, bottom half of inning number 8. In a game that has been back and forth and craziness. This is what you think about in the Pacific Empire League. First pitch, fouls it off, left side, strike 1. Jaden tonight, 1 for 3 at the dish. Ground out to the second baseman, goes on in the second, singled in the third, but was picked off at first base. Strike 1 pitch up coming from Matthias Michael. No balls and a strike, and the pitch. Strike 1 pitch, finds the bottom third, quickly in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. And the Rogues faithful not happy with the strike zone so far, dictated by Andrew Bergstrom. And the gripes have gotten louder as the evening has gone on. Infield is playing deep for the Potters. No balls and 2 strikes. Fastball turns away as Jaden misses up and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 to Jaden Neugebauer. And ball skips past the dirt. Jaden thought he was hit by the pitch. And the count goes square at 2. And it's actually the catcher, Pedersen, who got the brunt end of that. Trying to catch his breath. Two balls and 2 strikes. Jaden Neugebauer climbs back in the box after collecting his thoughts. Michael sets up on that first base side of the rubber. 2 balls, 2 strikes, takes a deep breath, and the pitch. Fastball, called strike 3 on the bottom third. Neugebauer down on strikes. First strikeout victim for Matthias Michael this evening. Bases empty, 1 out. Bases empty, 2 outs rather. Bottom half of inning number 8. 4-3 lead for the Rogues against the Lincoln Potters. Here's the center fielder, Evan Saito. 0 for 2 for a walk tonight. Evan Saito tonight trying to provide a little bit more offense. 1-run game, 4-3 Medford. Bases empty, 2 outs. Michael sets up on that first base side of the rubber and delivers. First pitch, slider misses down and out. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes. Fastball fouls it off, rolls to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lights are on at the ballpark. Sun has disappeared. 1 ball and a strike to Evan Saito. Michael sets up on that first base side of the rubber and delivers the pitch. 1-1, gets away from the catcher Pedersen. 2 balls, 1 strike. Evan tonight struck out in the second, grounded out to the second baseman Gonzon in the 4th. Drew a walk and scored in the 7th. Two and 1 to Evan Saito. Long pause from Michael. Now fires the pitch. 2-1, fouls it off. Hits the backstop, and the count goes square. Now deuces wild to Evan Saito. Big pitch upcoming. Trying to continue this inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sets up on that first base side. Michael waits, and the 2-2 home. Bouncing ball gets away from the catcher Pedersen, and the count fills. We talk about the biggest pitch of the night. This is the biggest pitch of the night for Evan Saito and the Rogues, trying to extend the inning. Three balls, 2 strikes. Michael sets. And the pitch. Ground ball, left field, base hit. Evan Saito aboard of a 2-out single, and the Rogues extend the inning. That's a pretty good hit by Evan Saito. Waited for the pitch he wanted, got it to left field, and the Rogues trying to get insurance in this inning. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the bottom of 8. 4-3 lead for the Rogues. Here's the right fielder, Johnny Alley. Johnny tonight 0 for 3 at the dish. A huge inning right now for the Rogues. Can the Rogues get a couple of runs across to breathe a sigh of relief? First offering for Michael on that. He works on that first base side. Runner goes. First pitch misses low. The throw to second base, and that throw is not in time. Evan Saito showing off his speed. Steals second base. Puts the Rogues only 180 feet away from scoring.
All right, we've got some good news via the PEL. Crabs lose 8-2 in Healdsburg.
And listen to the Rogues faithful loving that score. They just found out the Crabs lost to Healdsburg, and that's a big game. And that's a big turning point for the Rogues in the hunt for the Pacific Empire League. 1 ball and no strikes to Johnny Alley. One ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Johnny tonight grounded out to the second baseman, Kazan in the second, grounded out to the first baseman, McGraw in the 5th, flied out to the left fielder, Dobson in the 7th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, glances at second base. And now the pitch. 1-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. Johnny behind 1-2. Evan Saito at second base trying to provide a little bit more offense. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the slider. Johnny Alley down on strike. Second strikeout victim from Matthias Michael. And the inning comes to a close. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. Evan Saito left on at second base. We have played 8 in the Rogue Valley. Last call for the Lincoln Potters. Medford 4, Lincoln 3. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3 and 4 bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Medford 4, Lincoln 3. Last call for the Lincoln Potters in the top half of inning number 9. Brian Woods back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. And they give the ball to Josh Rodriguez to get the opportunity to slam the door on the Lincoln Potters. Middle of the order due up for the Potters. Shane Miller leads off the inning, followed by Ayden Deome and Kyle Pedersen. Potters making it interesting. Only trailing by 1 after scoring a run in the 8th inning. First pitch, breaking ball, finds the outside corner, strike 1. Medford tonight, it's been back and forth. The closest game so far in the series. And the Rogues have had its moments so far throughout this whole entire night, but a 3-run 7th inning put it across, strike 1 pitch. Fastball misses low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Shane Miller, the batter, drew a pair of walks in the 5th and in the 7th. Started off the evening with a double, came around and scored. Grounded out to force Ty McGraw out at second base to close the book on the 3rd inning. 1-1. Fastball misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. We'll be back tomorrow, 6:35 first pitch, 6:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Game 1 of 2 between the Humboldt Crabs and the Medford Rogues. Medford still in the hunt for the postseason in the PEL. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Fastball misses outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Rogues are warming somebody up in the bullpen. Just want to have a shutdown inning. Potters play tomorrow night as well. Back at home. 3 balls, 1 strike. Fastball outside of ball 4. Shayna Miller takes first. Leadoff walk for Lincoln Potters. Leadoff man heads to first base. That is the tying run of the game. On, nobody out. We are on the top of 9. Here's the third baseman, Ayden Deome. Deome tonight. So it is a new batter coming in for the Potters. Carson Moore.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for Lincoln, number 3, Carson Moore.
So Carson Moore grabs a bat and has a pinch hit. He gets a pinch at bat, rather, but first pitch. Scores for a bunt. Finds the outer third, strike 1. The question is, you can definitely turn 2 if you are the Rogues. But Lincoln not going away quietly in the 9th inning. Rodriguez sets up on the first base side, ahead, no balls and a strike. The strike 1 pitch. Scores for a bunt, gets it down, come back and bobbles it as Josh Rodriguez throws it over to second base and gets him out at second. So it's officially 1-6 on the force out. Carson Moore gets to first base via the fielder's choice. So that is the first out of the inning. Base is empty, one out rather. We are in the top of 9. Here's the catcher, Kyle Pedersen. 4-3 lead for Medford, top half of inning number 9. Pedersen tonight 0 for 3 with a walk. And tonight has been that type of night. As the days, ball gets past the first baseman, Jackson Rosenthal, scampering towards second base is Carson Moore, and he gets to second base, so an error on the pick to throw to first base. So it is the second error committed by the Rogues tonight. That eliminates the opportunity to turn 2 for the Rogues defensively. Tying run is only 180 feet away from scoring. Kyle Pedersen waiting for that first pitch. Sits up on that first base side as Josh Rodriguez fires the first one. Fastball, clips the top third, strike 1. In a night where we've seen a little bit of everything. Rogues trying to shut the door on Lincoln. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Pedersen in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Pedersen tonight grounded out to the shortstop, Jaden Neugebauer in the second. Grounded out to the first baseman, Jackson Rosenthal in the 4th. Grounded out to Jaden Neugebauer again in the 5th. Drew a walk and scored in the 8th inning. Carson Moore only 180 feet away from scoring. No balls, 2 strikes. Rodriguez sets at the belt and fires the 0-2. Breaking ball misses inside ball 1. That's been a strike all night long, dictated by the home plate umpire Andrew Bergstrom. Rogues fans not happy with the strike zone. One and 2 from Rodriguez. Check, swing, called strike 3. In fact, on the outside corner, Pedersen down on strike. Second out of the inning. 2 down, 1 to go in the 9th. First strikeout for Josh Rodriguez tonight. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the 9th inning. Final hope for the Lincoln Potters. Brady Dobson, 1 for 3 of actually reached on base twice. Last hope for the Lincoln Potters, the left-handed batter. Trying to drive in the tie-in run. Carson Moore at second base. Ball gets away from Chris Ortiz. Glances at second base. Carson Moore was thinking about going to third base, elected not to. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Fastball hits it in the air, down the left field line, goes out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. And what a game it's been so far tonight. Medford trying to get it across the finish line. Lincoln wasting no time in trying to play spoilers in the final game of this 3-game set. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Line drive, hooking foul, down the right field line, goes out of play. And the Potters are down to their final strike. Josh Rodriguez gets back on the mound, climbs back in the box as Dobson behind 1-2. Carson Moore at second base. Infield is playing deep, outfield is playing deep as well for the Rogues. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rodriguez sets at the belt and fires the 1-2. Breaking ball, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Back-to-back Ks for Josh Rodriguez, and the Rogues get the brooms out and they sweep the Lincoln Potters back to the Sacramento Valley. 4-3 the final here at Harry and David Field. Medford wins on 4 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors. 3 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors for the Lincoln Potters. Medford improves to 21-7 overall in the season, 8-4 in Pacific Empire League action, and the Potters fall to 25-9 overall in the season, 8-8 in Pacific Empire League play. Hope you can stay tuned for the Rogues postgame show. It's coming up right after the break. Medford gets the brooms out and they sweep the Lincoln Potters back to the Sacramento Valley. Medford is still in the hunt for the postseason. 4-3 the final. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues baseball. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier life plan community.
The Medford Rogues are still in the hunt for the Pacific Empire League postseason, a 4-3 sweeping victory against the Lincoln Potters at Harry and David Field. Hi everybody, my name is Brian Welch, the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in, and welcome to the Rogues postgame show. A very fun evening at the ballpark. The Rogues trailed for a bit, but a 3-run 7th inning got it across the finish line. Of course, a big strikeout from Josh Rodriguez found a way to get the job done. Rogues tonight are 8-4 in Pacific Empire League action. Before we take a look at the highlights, take a look at the final line score. For Medford, 4 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. Lincoln, 3 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors as well. In the top half of inning number 1, it was Ian Gazan who grounded out for the first out of the inning. Jordy Lopez got aboard with a single. Ty McGraw was at the dish, but the Rogues found a way to sneak out of the inning.
1-0, ground ball to left side, backhand by Nugebauer, throws over second for 1, the throw to first base, and the throw is dug out in time by Jackson Rosenthal. 6-4-3 twin killing to get out of the inning, and the Rogues get out of the jam.
And that's how the first inning began. In the home half of inning number 1, Daniel Byrne flied out to center field to Chris Fisher. Logan Macy grounded out to the shortstop Miller. Kian Sanchez recorded a double, and Chris Ortiz knew what to do with driving in his college teammate in the home half of the first.
Chris Ortiz leads the team in RBIs with 16. 3-2. Chopper to the right side, and that's into right center, base hit, rounding third, racing towards home is Kian Sanchez. A play at the plate, the slide, and he's safe! RBI single for Chris Ortiz, and the Rogues lead early 1-0 against Lincoln.
Rogues put up a run in the home half of inning number 1. It was a 1-0 lead for the Rogues, and then the Potters answered back with an RBI double off the bat of Ayden Deome, driving in Shane Miller. It was a 1-1 game between Lincoln and Medford. It was still the same score until the 5th inning, and it was a very interesting finding the ways to capitalize offensively. It was a run came across in the 5th inning and on a sac fly, driven in by Ayden Deome, driving in Jordy Lopez from third base. It was a 2-1 lead for the Potters, and the Rogues offense was trying to find its offensive footing. But in the home half of inning number 7, Evan Saito drew a walk to lead off the inning. Johnny Alley flied out to left field. Quinton Olson, a guy who was 0 for 2 at the dish before his third at-bat, knew what to do with this pitch when he saw it.
Count is full, 3-2. Line drive past the first baseman, Ty McGraw, into the right field corner it goes. Rounding first, digging for 2 as Quinton Olson slides into second base. RBI double for Quinton Olson.
Quinton Olson having a very fun time in the Rogue Valley so far this evening, so far this season, and especially tonight. The next couple of at-bats later, Daniel Berman drew a walk and then had runners in scoring position. Logan Macy struck out. Kian Sanchez might be player of the year in the Pacific Empire League. Kian Sanchez finding a way to have the baseball, have the bat meet the baseball with this hit.
Auto ground ball, right center field, base hit, rounding third, speeding towards home is Jonathan Walsh. He scores standing up, rounding third, speeding toward home as well as Daniel Berman. He scores standing up as well. 2-run double for Kian Sanchez.
And a 2-run single made it a 3 spot in the home half of inning number 7. It was a 4-2 lead for the Rogues heading into the 8th inning. Everything was looking right, but then it was an RBI ground out that drove in Kyle Pedersen. That was when the Potters had the bases loaded, but they had the bases loaded but could not capitalize, only getting 1 run across. It was a 4-3 lead heading into the home half of the 8th. The Rogues had a base runner on with Evan Saito at second base, but could not get him across. In the top half of inning number 9, Josh Rodriguez found a way to shut the door on the Potters. Let's listen back to how the third and final out sounded in the top half of inning number 9.
Rodriguez sets at the belt and fires the 1-2. Breaking ball, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Back-to-back Ks for Josh Rodriguez, and the Rogues get the brooms out and they sweep the Lincoln Potters back to the Sacramento Valley. 4-3 the final here at Harry and David Field. Medford wins on 4 runs.
Rogues get the sweep, get the victory, and the Rogues, more importantly, keep their playoff chances alive with the sweep tonight. The Rogues have to go 4-1 this week, and they've checked off 3 boxes so far. 2 more games to go. Game 1 of the 2-game set against the Humboldt Crabs tomorrow night. 6:35 first pitch. We get going at 6:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Rogues improve to 21-7 overall in the season, 8-4 in Pacific Empire League action. Lincoln Potters dropped to 25-9 overall in the season, 8-8 in PEL play. Took our player of the game before we go on the Rogues postgame show. Kian Sanchez swinging a pretty good stick so far in the last 4 games. Pair of doubles tonight. Drew a walk, went 2 for 3 at the dish. And we've picked Kian Sanchez a couple of times so far this week, but I'm going to go with Quinton Olson. You're probably thinking, why are you going to go with Quinton Olson, Brian? Well, he was 0 for 2, had a huge RBI double, but that hit was the spark the Rogues offense needed. If that RBI double from Quinton Olson does not happen, it is a totally different ball game. Maybe Medford pulls it out and wins, or Lincoln salvages the series. And that RBI double from Quinton Olson, found his way into our Rogues post-game show, and he's our player of the game. That RBI double was the play of the game as well, and the Rogues keep their playoff hopes alive on this Thursday evening. So Quinton Olson is our player of the game. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard and also the standings. That's brought to you by our good friends at Kramer Cabinets. One other game is in the books down the road in the Sonoma Valley in wine country. Healdsburg gets the brooms out as well. They beat the Crabs 8-2 at Recreation Park. So, with the standings looking the way they are, Healdsburg's 13-3 overall in the league. Humboldt drops to 11-6 in Pacific Empire League action. They're in second place. Medford improves 8-4 on the season. Lincoln drops to 8-8. West Coast Kings 8-9. Solano Mudcats 7-11. And the Marysville Giants 1-15. They're in the basement in the Pacific Empire League. So if the season ended tonight, Medford could be. If the season ended tonight, the Rogues would be on the outside looking in. But there's a couple of things that might make a difference into the league standings. We'll talk about that a little bit later on once that information becomes available. But if the Rogues are playing some good baseball, you like what you're seeing so far for the Rogues so far, 3-game, and you think about what the Rogues have done so far this week, they are on a 5-game winning streak. A couple of wins against the Cal State Peloteros and a 3-game sweep against the Lincoln Potters. Very fun night tonight at the ballpark, a very fun series. It's not over yet. 2-game series tomorrow against the Lincoln Potters' other rival, the Humboldt Crabs. Humboldt Crabs come to town tomorrow night. 6:35 first pitch will get going at 6:15 p.m. for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. And yes, I know we keep talking about we have the new camera. It's not cooperating with the computer. We're trying to get a replacement part for that, but hopefully, cross our fingers, we will have the new camera on for tomorrow for Game 1 of 2 between the Humboldt Crabs and the Medford Rogues. But that will do it from the Rogue Valley in beautiful Medford, Oregon. Medford gets the brooms out, and they sweep the Lincoln Potters 4-3 the final on this Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. But for everyone that has put this broadcast together, Brian Welch saying goodbye. Have a good evening. Being the final score from Harry and David Field, Medford wins, and they get the brooms out. They get the 3-game sweep against Lincoln Potters, 4-3 the final. We'll see you tomorrow at 6:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck.